Oh yeah, we have a dust 2. How about dust 3? Meron bang dust 3? Wala. Dust 4, dust 5. Okay, wala. Okay, now since marami palang baguhan, hindi pa, no? Sabihin mo sa akin kung sige na. I think dahil marami, sino nga yung hindi pa? Okay, good afternoon everybody. Naka-Zoom tayo all over again. Okay. I really intended to do a training para dun sa mga distributors na to go up in rank. But then I found out that there are so many who are not distributors yet. Let me see a show of hands again, those who are not distributors yet. Okay, so I have to change my plan of just doing the training. I have to talk a little bit about the business also and how we get compensated in this Enagic company. Okay, and some of my history. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my presentation. I'm going to show you the business plan. Now, those of you who know about the water already, who are those who don't know yet about the water? Let me see a show of hands. Okay, so konti lang. So I will not talk much about the water. Okay, the water is actually the easiest part of the business. In fact, you can just go on Google or YouTube. You search for Kangen Water, and you're gonna see a lot of videos talking about the water. Okay, now the water is very good. So I'm gonna speak more actually on the business side of it. Okay, because what makes these people who are 6As and higher is not because they know more about the water or they know more about the compensation plan. It's because of the mindset. So I want to talk more about the mindset. Okay, in this training. Okay. The company in Japan, what happened to me was way back in 2004, a friend of mine introduced me to this Enagic company. What happened was his wife was suffering from some health problems and she started drinking the water and it helped her. Okay, so I decided to go to California when my friend invited me. So I went to a meeting like this in California, 2005. December of 2005, and then I did not join. Okay, 3 months later, my friend called me up again. February 2006. That's when I joined. Okay. Now at the time I was so broke. I was doing real estate, and I could not make any money in real estate. My wife lost her job, so we had no income. If I don't find something to do in the United States, I'm gonna lose my house. I lost my house once already through foreclosure, and I didn't want it to happen again. So I said, okay, let me try this business. I'm going to buy a machine. I have a credit card. that I could make my first monthly payment, and then I figure I'm gonna work and sell, so I could make the second monthly payment and keep doing it. Yeah? So what I did, from California, I came back to New York. I bought my machine. I just learned how to do the demonstration. I saw how he did it. So I figured maybe I could do this business too, you know. So I called my first prospect. I called her Nanay Ayala. The reason why I called her was every time I'm in a new business, because I'm always in a network marketing company for like since 1984, okay, full time. I was in Amway, Melaleuca, Herbalife, water filter, vitamins. I'm always in sales. I went to sell insurance. I did real estate, and I'm always would make some money, and then my business would fall apart, and I start all over again. I was failing from one company to another until I found Enagic 13 years ago, 2006. And here I got very fortunate. I started it, it grew all over the world. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you that story. Anyway, I called Nanay Ayala, I called her. I said, Nanay, I have this machine from Japan, you know, blah, blah, blah. It helps, it will help you. I went to her house, I did the demo. She didn't buy. Every time I go to her house, she buys, you know. What happened was when she asked me how much the machine is, she said, Nanay, it's $4,000. He said, Romi, I only get Social Security check. I cannot afford that machine. Yeah? So I left Nanay 3 gallons of the Kangen water from my machine. I hooked it up to the faucet, left her 3 gallons, and then I went home. So I kind of feel bad that she didn't buy it, but I can understand. It's expensive, you know. Before I used to sell her like small items, vitamins, vacuum cleaner. A few days later, she called me. He said, Romi, I was drinking the water. I'm feeling good. Some of my aches and pains are going away. I ran out of the water. I just want to buy that machine you showed me. And that was my first demo. I said, wow. So I went to her house, wrote the order, and I was so happy. It's my first demo and I made a sale. So on the way home to Staten Island, New York, where I live, I said to myself, let me find myself another 8-year-old lady. Because she's in her 80s. So we called her sister Jenny from our prayer group. I have friends here from the prayer group, Dr. Malu and Dr. Tony Bendia. We're in that same prayer group. They came all the way from New York to go here. Anyway, it tells you how good this business is and how good the product. Dr. Malu and Dr. Tony are both doctors doing this business, traveling around the world, introducing that Kangen machine to everybody. Anyway, I said, Sister Jenny, that lady, another 8-year-old lady. I said, I have this machine from Japan, blah, 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 blah. It might help you. I did the demo. She didn't buy it too. She said, Romi, that's too expensive. $4,000. I only get Social Security check. I can't buy that. I left her some water also. And then a few days later, she called me. She said, Romi, when you were in my house, I did not tell you I have this sciatica problem. It's always painful. I was drinking your water. It's helping me. I don't have water anymore. I just want to buy the machine you showed me. Wow, I'm getting lucky. So I went back, wrote the order, and then I went to my friend Joe, Long Island, New York. Now, Joe is a marketing man. He's a networker. He knows how to sell. He knows a lot of people. Say, Joe, I found this Japanese machine. You know, it helps people. I told the story. And then Joe, after everything I told him, he saw right away the opportunity. He bought the machine. He invited some people. So we started in a small, in a living room in one house, way back in 2006 February. So in that small living room, we were doing the demo. People will get water. most of the time they were not buying at the time of the meeting. They said, let me try this water first if it will work. You know, I know that we have so many good salespeople now. They just sell it right at the demo. But when I was starting, it was hard. Like people would always say, I don't know if it will really work. Let me try the water first, and then I'll call you. You know? But I kept on doing it every single day. I was doing the demo every day, morning, afternoon, evening, because of my being involved in other companies. I have a long list of people to call. You know, so I would just go and do the demo and go and do the demo. 90 days, 3 months, I sold my first 100 machine. I became a CPA. 90 days. And then I started helping them to build their business too. They just do the same. These are very simple business. You know? You learn to do the demo, you go, if they don't buy, you go to the next house. You just keep on doing it. Now, even if they do not buy at the time of the presentation, if you give them water and you leave, they will drink the water, they will feel something different and buy the machine. Okay, so by the end of the 6th month, okay, we have a genealogy that shows you how many people bought and who sold the machine. My genealogy showed by the end of the 6th month, over 300 machines already sold in my group. By the end of the year, it just spread out in New York, in California, all over the States. My group was selling over 500 machines per month. That was 2006. And then it grew and grew and grew, February, and then 2007, 2008, people started buying from Mexico, you know. Now the Filipinos in the United States, they always know somebody. I started with the Filipinos, and then it grew to the Americans. Now the Filipinos, they know somebody in Europe, they know somebody like all over the world, and they were the ones who introduced it. So when I go now, for instance, in Europe, there will be a big convention. These different countries, the leaders are a lot of Filipinos on the different countries, and then their downlines is spread to the different nationalities, you know. So the Canadians started buying, Mexico, and then my friend Cynthia got somebody from Asia, from Singapore. Somebody from Singapore started to recruit somebody from Malaysia. And then next thing you know, Singapore, Malaysia. I just came from India a couple of weeks ago. There were 1,000 people in Mumbai, India, doing this business. We had a conference. So what I'm doing now is I just go from place to place, doing the training and telling my story. Okay, so let me show you some slides. That's my family. My wife, my 3 grandchildren. I actually have 1 new grandchild, so I have 4 now. My 2 sons and then their wives. We are all full-time in the business. I taught my sons how to do this business also. My friend Jason, my son Jason is here with me. What we do is when it's winter in the United States, January, February, March, it's so cold, you know. So we leave the United States and we go here in Asia. So this past January, I've been to South America, Bangkok, Phuket, India. We spent a week in Boracay already. You were in Batanes, right? Nice there, Batanes. So we spent a week in Boracay, 2 weeks in Cebu. This weekend we're going to Batangas, Laia. It's beautiful there. And then April 4, we go back to the United States. But my son Jason, just to show you how good this business is, he used to be a mechanic. Okay, he heard already everything I have to say here. So although he's with me, we dropped them at the Uptown Mall, and they're going with the kids around the mall, like a few minutes away from here. But he used to be a mechanic, and my son Jason. These are his kids, his wife. And in the United States, he ended up owning $65,000 in credit card debts. And he could not pay it anymore. And he didn't know what to do. So he told me, he said, Dad, can you show me how to do this Enagic business. I taught him how to do the Enagic business. And he learned it. After a while, he paid off the $65,000 in debt. He told his wife to stop working. She was working in New York City for 17 years as a human resource person. So she quit her job, and he just do this Kangen business. In fact, yesterday there were 50 people, distributors at my house in Antipolo City. How many were in my house yesterday? Let me see if you open. They're here. Thanks for coming. There they are. From Hawaii. Some there from Hawaii. They were at my house, and my son told the story of how when he was working as a mechanic for Mercedes-Benz in the United States, in New Jersey, said that if you go to the parking lot of the workers at the Mercedes-Benz company, all the cars are not Mercedes-Benz. No employee drives a Mercedes-Benz. The only one who drives a Mercedes-Benz is the owner of the dealership. So he said to himself, like, what am I doing here? I'm gonna grow old like these old mechanics who are still driving like a junk car. So with that realization, he said, I don't want to be a mechanic anymore. I want to be like my dad. So he learned this business, this Enagic business. He paid off the $65,000 he owed. He let his wife quit the job. Said, wife, you don't need a job anymore. I'm making enough money in Enagic. Next thing I know, he's driving a Mercedes-Benz himself. Yeah, that's how good his business is. And then 2 winters ago, he moved to La Jolla. La Jolla is a beautiful community by the beach in California. And then a few months ago, he was in Ecuador, built the Enagic business in Ecuador. We do not have an office in Ecuador, so he opened up his own office. That's how good he is. When we go back home next week, April 4th, to the United States, him and his wife from the Philippines will go to Australia for a month to build the business there, because he's got distributors there also in Australia. He finds them through the internet. Okay, this business could be done through the internet. It requires some skills, but it could be done on the internet. This was last year. See the 200,000 bonus check. You get to a point where if you reach, how many are 6As here again? Let me see your hand. Okay, this is how it works. When you become a 6A and you complete certain requirements, you get a bonus on top of what you earn called entitled incentive bonus. It's $3,000. Every time you move up one rank higher, you become a 6A2, they give you 6,000. 2-2, they give you 12,000, and then -3, 25,000. It doubles until it becomes 50,000, 100,000. I already got the 200,000 bonus for reaching the rank. Okay, I don't know if they're gonna give me 400,000 on the next higher rank. I think they will. Anyway, those are my 3 grandchildren. This picture is taken in Okinawa. Okay, my friend Cynthia, she was my first recruit. She caught up to my rank. We're both -6. Okay, she actually became -6 ahead of me. So she got her 200,000 first before I did. Okay, so that's one thing good with this business. Even if the person you recruit becomes bigger and better than you, you will still earn money on their production. So you want the people you recruit to be really good people. In fact, better than you know, because it's good for you. I brought in Dante and Glenda. That's 5. Okay. Okay. I'm showing here. What do you see a horse?
Yes.
You see the horse, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to point out that some people would think, oh, this business is hard, the machine is so expensive, maybe I cannot find customers. I'm telling you, If you decide you want to find customers, you will find customers. You will find them. How many of you see the horse? Let me see your hand. How many sees the horse again? Show of hands. Okay, about 60%. So the other 40% don't see the horse. Let me see who don't see the horse. You're embarrassed. That's the horse. That's the nose. That's the eyes. Okay, because in the beginning, what you see is a frog, right? If you keep looking, you will find the horse. What I'm saying is, this is like, if you have, for instance, okay, my wife and I, we drive a white Toyota Highlander. I drive a Highlander. My wife drives a white Lexus, both white. When you're driving in the street, I see all the Toyota Highlanders that are white. Okay, she would see all the Lexus on the street. Now, if you don't drive Toyota Highlander or Lexus, you don't notice them, right? All I'm saying is your mind will find customers if you decide you want your mind to find customers. We're all connected. Sometimes you're thinking of somebody, and then your cell phone rings, and that somebody is calling you. Don't you experience that sometimes? Yes. Okay, we're all connected. Now, this is how I sell. I sell by telling stories. I sell by telling stories of people who became well, who became strong, what happened to them when they drank the water. And I sell by telling stories of people who succeeded and who made it. You have to have those two sets of stories. Maybe you try to reserve 10 stories of people who became well and 10 stories of people who succeeded, because your prospect, they want to hear benefits. Okay, sometimes you become too technical. Oh, this water have alkaline and ionized and micro, and you bore them. It's better to tell stories. I do not sell machines. I sell good health. Always remember that. That's what people are looking for. Good health. You talk about good health. They want good health. They want to have the machine. That's my mom. She's 86, 87 years old now. I take her on vacation every year. Right there she is. Okay, this was a few years back. She lives I built this house for her in Antipolo. Okay, now, this is what I was before I joined the business. I was broke. I had no money. My wife lost her job. This is where we live today, in Staten Island. It's a beach house in New York City. In fact, we have a boat. We could go around the Statue of Liberty, New York City, from the house. It's near a marina here, and the boat is parked there. Then I have smaller boats behind the house. And all because of Enagic. That's how good this business is. All because of Enagic. I tell you, it feels good when you go to New York City and you see all these tourists, like ships full of tourists. And then here you are cruising on your speedboat and you raise your hand to them. Because of Enagic. Okay, that's the top of the house. That's where I work. That's the bedroom. It's a whole. The sunrise wakes me up. The sun goes up right here from the bedroom, and you wake up by the sunrise. Dr. Malu Bendia and Tony Bendia have a house somewhere here on the left, right? Also by the water. Just to show you how good this business is. They are very rich already and they're doing Kangen. That's the swimming pool. Okay. I'm telling you this because this is called lifestyle selling. We're selling the machine, but we're also selling the opportunity. And you want people to see that the opportunity is real. That's the master bedroom. Okay. That's Mr. Oshiro and Mr. the owner of this company. They're very, very good people. It's important. Okay, I've been in business since 1984, full time in marketing, in network marketing. And this couple is the best company owner, the best CEO, the best boss you could ever have. Very kind-hearted people, and that's important. That's in my house, in my living room. That's where I am, here. And that's where the New York City and Statue of Liberty is. You could jet ski there. That's the boat. It could fit actually 12 people. And then I bought this house and this other house, those are investment homes. This is my house in Antipolo. Because I found out when I was in the United States, when people come to my house in the United States, if they see the results of your business, they want to join your business. So I said to myself, so let me build another house in Antipolo, in the Philippines. And this house has 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, I think. It's actually longer going back. Some people saw it yesterday in Antipolo. That's the backyard. It could fit 100 people, into like a banquet hall. That's the bedroom.
Black and white.
One thing good with this business is it enabled me and my wife to help a lot of our relatives. Okay, I was just talking to my wife yesterday. She said, "So how many people have we sponsored and finished college already from the relatives?" And she said 15. Could you imagine that? You have 15 of your poor relatives who normally could not go to college because they don't have money, and now they're able to go and then finish college and have a good job. One of them is a manager already in a hospital. One is in a cruise. One is a policeman. Several of them are like the H&R, like the hotel restaurant management. SRM. Okay, I also donate money from the Enagic income to build churches. I actually have we're working on our 6th church already, being built in Mindoro right now. If I can do it, you can do it. I tell you, I'm just somebody who used to live in Antipolo, who runs around with my grandfather, like planting rice and corn in the field. You know? Okay, before I was introduced to network marketing in the United States, I didn't know anybody. So I worked my way and learned. Everything could be learned. This is my what do you call it? Calendar of my first 3 months. You can see here. First month, February 2006, I did 41 presentations. Okay, so you go from house to house, you just do the demo and just keep on doing the demo. I did 41 in February, 45 in March. So I'm doing about 40 presentations a month when I started. And the good thing is, you just have to do it while you're building the business. Okay, sometimes I don't want to say that like I have relaxed already. I just go on vacation now because I don't want to discourage you. But you could do that once you build the business. That's what you want to reach. You know, to come to a point where you don't have to work anymore. You don't have to worry about schedule, and you're just traveling in style, and you enjoy the business. But in the beginning, you have to really work. You have to really work. Might be for a couple of years. I'm on my 13th year. That's why I'm enjoying the business now. I mean, I'm enjoying the fruits of what I worked hard for on those years. Yeah? That's why I was saying I was doing the demo. My heart was shorter, Kangen made it long. Okay, this is the compensation plan. Okay, like I said, the water, you could just go on YouTube and watch KangenDemo.com. You will see the demo. I won't even do it here anymore because in this table, there are demonstrations that happen, I think, several times a week. So I won't do that. I don't want to waste the time there. Now, this is the compensation plan. Now, we have a machine called SD501. It's $4,000 in the United States. It's 200 something pesos here. Okay. The way we get paid is by points. Okay. 1 point is 285 in the United States. I don't know how much is 1 point here. 12,000. Okay. 1 point is 12,000. And the machine here is how much? 200. 201,600. So 201,600. So you just convert it in your mind, okay? Because my presentation is showing the United States dollar, $4,000. So 1 point is 285. So say you work your way up to become a 6A. Now you're getting paid 6 points every time you sell. So a 6A is somebody who reached the 100 group sales. Okay, not just your personal sale, but the sales of your people. They all count to the 100. And then you become a 6A, and then you earn 6 points. So 6 points, 6 times 12,000 is how much? 72,000. How many are 6As in the room? Look at all the 6As. Raise your hand because I want to point out something. The 6As in the room, when they make one sale, they make 72,000 pesos. 72, tama ba? 72,000 pesos. So you want to become a 6A, but you would start as a 1A. You buy a machine, you're a 1A. Now, you go up in rank depending on how many machines get sold. So 3 machines move you to 2A, 10 machines to 3A, 20 to 4A, 50 to 5A, and 100 to 6A. Okay. Now, the first 2 machines, you get paid 1 point. So let's say I sold to you, I get paid $285. Then I sold to you, I get paid $285. Okay. Now, on my third sale, I'm promoted to the rank of 2A. So now I sell to him, I will earn 570 on my third sale. Okay, 2A. Again, how many 2As do we have in the room? 2As. We don't have 2As. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 2As in the room. So those 2As, when they make a sale, they make 285. Okay, now, I sold to you, I made 285. I sold to you, I made 285. You start selling, I will also earn 285 on those people. Okay, now, here's the good part. Oh, this is my friend Ted. We sold Terry and Bernice. Bernice did her 100. Terry did her 100. They became 6A. Both of these are my friends. Ted earned those 285s from those 2 groups. Now, I sold to him. I made 570. I'm a 2A. How much do I make from his group? 570. So he sells, I make 570. They sell, I make 570. They sell, I make 570. The company will keep doing that until the 8 points is paid up, and then they stop. So if it still goes down there and the 8 points is used up, then I don't earn down there. I still earn a little bit, you know, but not 570. So I'm just showing you the simplified version of the compensation plan. Now, when the group grows to 10, so between you and him, the 3 of you, the group grows to 10, the company will promote me to the rank of 3A. So now, when I sell to her, I'm at 3A already, the company will pay me 855. In the Philippines, that's 12,000 times 3. 36,000. Okay, now, here's what happens. From her group, I will tell her, okay, why don't you invite your friend? Let's do a demo at your house, you know. What happens is when people buy, because she is a 1A, she would earn 285. But I would earn 855. So let's say 3 people buy at her house when she invites her friend. I would earn 855 times 3. Isn't that a good compensation? Very good, right? Now, When between the four of you, the group grows to 20. Okay, how many 3As do we have in the room again? Let me see if you open 3As. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3As, 4, 3A, 5, 3A, 6, 3A, 7, 3A, 8. We have 8 3As in the room. They would earn 36,000 when they make a sale. Now, when the group grows to 20 all together, they promote to the next rank of 4A. You're now earning 1,140. Okay, so let's say between her and him, between the four of them, it becomes 20 altogether. It doesn't matter who made the sale, as long as 20. When I sell to her, the company will pay me 1,140. What? $1,000 over 50,000, right? 50,000 plus. Could you imagine? You go to her house, you make a sale, you go home with 50,000. That's good. How many 4As do we have in the room? 4A, you know 4A. Congratulations. We have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 4As in the room. Just to show you how real this business is. Those who are new. Yeah? This is real. 5A. When the group grows to 50, they promote me to 5A. On my next sale, I would earn 1,425. Okay, so now I'm a 5A. I made a sale to her. The company will pay me 1,425. So now I'm gonna tell her, why don't you invite your friends to your house and let's do a demo. And when people buy, I would get 1,425. Now, because she's a 1A, she's just starting, she would earn 25. But because I'm a 5A, I would earn 1,425 for everyone who buys in the house. So it gives you the incentive to help the new ones. You know? How many 5As do we have in the room? Let me see a show of hands. Congratulations, we have 1 there, 2. Okay, anybody? 3. We have another 5A there. Okay, so we have 3 5As in the room. When they sell, they make 1,425. Philippine pesos, that's 12,000 times 5. How much is that? 60,000 pesos. My friend Franny from Chicago, I told him, you know, sometimes you have these friends where if you call, say, Franny, give me your credit card. I'm gonna buy you a machine. You remember now? And he gives it to me over the phone. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna go to Chicago. We're gonna go from house to house. We're gonna go to all your friends. I'm gonna help you do the demo. Why would I do that, bro? Because I'm earning how much? 1,425. So we went from house to house of his friends. He became a 6A with 100 sales. How much money do you think I earned? That's a lot, right? That's how we do this business. 100 sales, you become a 6A. Okay, you earn 1,710. 6 times 12,000, 72,000. So 72,000 pesos you earn when you become a 6A. Okay. Now, when you become a 6A, you're earning 1710. You sell another 100. That's 171,000 US dollars. Now, 6A, they give you a 3,000 bonus. Okay, there are just some requirements that you have to do, and then you get the 3,000 bonus for reaching the rank. 6A. And then you help your people become 6A like you. They do their own 100. You know, here are the 6As. Okay. In different countries, we have these conferences. Like I said, I just came back from Okinawa. I came back from India. I was in Bangkok in this last few weeks. And we do this recognition events. where people go on the stage, those that become 6A, and they get their bonuses and their plaque and their pin. Now, when you have two people in your group that become 6A, so you want to help them also. They become 6As, you become a 6A too. They get their 3,000 bonus, you get your 6,000. Okay, you become 6A too. Let me see the 6As again. How many are the 6As? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7, 8. We have 8 6As here. How about 682? Do we have a 682? Wow, congratulations. We have one 682. Okay. Now, you want your people to find their 6As also, 2 6As, each of them. And you move to the next rank of, you see the 682s there, they're getting the bonuses. You become a 6A. 2 does 2. The 6,000 doubles, you get $12,000. Do we have a dash 2 in the Philippines? Do we have a dash 2 in the room?
Yes.
Where? Oh, congratulations! So we have a dash 2. Congratulations. Any other dash 2? So, oh, there's another one there. That's okay, so we have, oh, there's Tita from New York. She's one of my first recruits. There's another one there. Dash 2. So we have 3 dash 2s. Okay. Get ready later. I want you to share something in the stage, okay? So we have 3 dash 2s in the room. Okay. There they are getting their bonus. Oh, my wife is there at the back. She's a dash 2 also somewhere. Oh, she's buying a machine for a customer. We had 2 sales. Okay. When your downline become dash 2s, they promote you 1 rank higher again. You become a dash 3. Give you $25,000. Do we have any dash 3 here? I was in Cebu. Any dash 3 in the room? No?
Outside.
Akala ko siya, Anyway, I was in Cebu. When I was in Okinawa 2 weeks ago, there was a lady from Cebu. She was the first dash 3 in Cebu, Filipino lady. I know there's a dash 3 here. Oh, Crystal, you're dash 3? Congratulations. Are you the one from Cebu? No. Oh, so that's a different one. Okay, congratulations. So we have several dash 3 here in the Philippines. So how many dash 3s do we have in the Philippines? Mark Crystal is a dash 3, I think, right? Mark Crystal from my hometown, Antipolo. $25,000. 5,000 a month extra. And then there's some certain qualifications and whatever you made in your sales. So you're not just getting commissions now, you're getting more bonuses. Now you produce 2 dash 3. So where's the dash 3? Oh yeah, okay. But anyway, you produce 2 dash 3s like them. They move you up the next rank of dash 4. So those are the dash 3s. They're getting their bonus checks. My friend Franny made dash 3. Okay. Let me tell you how, for some people, sometimes this business is really simple and easy. My friend Franny, she happened to have one person who kept on building on one leg and another person on the other leg. If you can find 2 who would work, you can ride on the production of those 2 people. So my friend Franny is now dash 3. And he's a quiet guy, very simple, very soft-spoken. He doesn't like talking in a crowd like this. Okay? And he's my best friend. Franny is like a brother to me in the United States. And one time I had a meeting, I called him to the front and his wife. And I said, Franny, can you say something? And he gave the microphone to the wife because he didn't want to speak. And this is what the wife said. He said, many years ago, Romy called my husband, and he bought he bought this machine from Romy for $4,000, and I was so mad. And then my husband said, and then I told my husband, return that machine, so expensive. And then my husband said, no, but Romy is our friend. We have to believe Romy. And then I said to my husband, but I'm your wife. You have to believe me. And then he said, and thank God my husband did not return the machine. Because they started selling and then they became a task. I've been a nurse for 40 years and I just retired. My husband makes more money than me doing this thing part-time. That's how good this business is. That's really folks, they become, now, you produce two people like that, DAS 3 become a DAS 4, you get $50,000. 10,000 a month, and then whatever you make in sales, okay? Those are the DAS 4. They're getting their checks. This thing is real. Every month, people are going to this rank that I'm talking to you about. Every single month. A lot of Filipinos all over the world. DAS 5. Two people in your group become DAS 4. You move up to DAS 5, you get 100,000. There they are. My friend Cynthia became DAS 6. That's her house. So DAS 6. There's only 6 of us in the whole world who are at the front, DAS 6. The guy who brought me in, his name is JB. The lady I brought in the beginning is Cynthia. Okay. And then Samsia from Malaysia. Okay. And then Eric Wong, I think, yeah, from Hong Kong. And then this lady here, Nakamura. She's in her 80s. 80 something. Nakamura. She's still dancing. We were in Okinawa. She performed. 80 something years old. Nakamura. She sings, she dances, she likes the person. Okay, so that's the compensation plan. Now, for my training, I do a short training like a turkey, chicken, eagles. I'm talking about mindset. There are 3 kinds of people. I heard this a long time ago. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, those who don't know what's happening. Okay, now turkey, okay, this is an analogy. There are people that you say, okay, fly. They're not going to fly, no matter what you do, you know, and they're not going to do it. So there are people who want to do it, who want to succeed, but still doesn't want to do anything. Now the chicken, you tell the chicken to fly, fly. They will fly a little, they get to the ground. I live in Antipolo, I grew up in Antipolo, I see those chickens. They will scratch the ground all day long, looking for something, you know. We need a lot of chickens in this business. They're the ones who find customers, okay? So find as many people, they're always thinking of who will I do the demo, you know? They don't stop every single day, okay? So we need that. Now the eagles, these are the guys who, they fly high, okay? They see the opportunity and they fly with it. They just want to build it. They won't even depend on you. Many of them would even think I'm smarter than the one who brought me in. I'll do this business myself, and they will just build, you know. Like my friend Cynthia, I never helped her. She signed up in California. Somebody helped her to sign up underneath me, and she just did the business. And I made so much money, literally. So much money from Cynthia Vigante. She just did the business. Many top people are like that. They do it on their own. Okay? We all have the potential to be eagles. Okay? Okay, now let me go to my other PowerPoint. Last week we were in Oslo, in Cebu. We watched those whale sharks, huge. You know, you jump. That's my wife there, and that's my son. And every time the whale shark will go near them, my grandchild Juliana was with you on the boat. She would scream like, "Daddy, Daddy, Grandma!" Like she wants them to stay away from the whale shark. Like this guy was feeding the whale shark. This one, and you watch this whale shark comes while he's feeding them. At one point, I was sitting right here on the boat, watching it from the top. There was a whale shark on the other side of the boat. And then he saw the feeding, and he crossed underneath our boat. I said, oh my God, this giant fish, if he raised up, he's gonna like kick the boat downward. But he didn't. He just stayed in the water, went underneath, like the back scratched our boat, and joined the feeding there. It's fun, it's fun. There are like hundreds of people. There are probably 25 boats like us here, all watching this whale shark. So there are many of these guys who are feeding them while we watch. What they do is from the beach, you go up here and they start counting. You only have 30 minutes to watch. At the end of 30 minutes, they bring you back and they get the next load. You know? They get the next load. It's fun. You should go there. Oslo, Cebu. Just me and my wife when we went to United States way back 1978. Okay, so my purpose in doing this talk is really to inspire you to join the business. Okay, my wife and I, we went to the United States with no money. I had $100 of borrowed money and we had no jobs. That's how we went there. And I'm one of those who doesn't like to work in an office. When I was a young boy in Antipolo, you see there's the Antipolo Cathedral. I was an altar boy there. And then I was selling different things to the remember the people that go to the shrine, the tourists. You sell lemonade. I used to sell pineapple juice. I carry this thing and I sell pineapple juice. I want to make some money. So since I was a kid, I want to sell and make money. It's in my blood. So you have to have that mindset. You know? While my cousins are playing, I was making money. At one point, trying different kinds of businesses. How many of you have been into other companies doing network marketing? Let me see your hand. Maybe a lot of you. Look, almost half of the room. Okay, it's good to find somebody who has experience in network marketing because they already know, like how to contact people, how to do presentations. Okay? And from 1984, okay, I was in my late 20s, early 30s. I was already doing network marketing. And at one point, nothing was working. My son, Jason, said, he was a teenager. Said, Dad, I saw a sign, they're looking for ice cream truck driver. Why don't you just like work as an ice cream truck driver? And I said, Jason, why? Why are you telling this? Dad, because you're so poor, you have no money. Like, I don't want to find a job. And I said, Jason, because I've experienced earning some money in networking already. Jason, I'm not poor. I'm a rich man who is broke. That's two different things. Once you experience some money in sales, you don't want to work on a regular job. You want to find something to sell again and build and make big money again. But I said, I'm not poor. I'm a rich man who is broke. You have to have that mindset. So I started doing the demos. First year, 6 months, first year. By the end of the first year, my group was selling over 500 machines. By the second year, I built this DVD because there were no YouTube videos at the time, 13 years ago. So I have to make a DVD of my presentation. I distribute it to everybody. It's an obsolete one. It's absolutely non-compliant. Okay. And my group grew the following year because everybody was just showing the demonstration page. Now, you don't even need the DVDs anymore. You go to kangендemo.com and the presentation is there, and you send the link to your friend, and there's so many things on YouTube that you can send to people by email that they can watch. Okay, like for instance, I have a friend in Chicago. He was young at the time when I was doing other network marketing, and now it was right for him to do the business. And he called me. He said, Romy, I want to try that Kangen I'm seeing on Facebook that you're doing. By the way, I'm on Facebook, Romi, R-O-M-I, that's my name. You can friend me or follow me. Okay. Romi Verdera. He said, I want to try that Kangen business that you're doing. And I said, his name is Boji. I said, Boji, watch these videos, okay, and see if you really would like it, okay? Because from the videos, they can already make a decision whether they want to buy the machine and pursue the business. Okay, we have videos about the water, okay, and we have videos about the business. And if you send the link, if they're really serious, they would watch it. And from watching it, they can make a decision whether to buy the machine and to do the business. So I sent the videos, and he decided he wanted, his name is Cesar Agustin from Chicago. I'm in New York. He watched it. He went to the Enagic office in Chicago. He bought his machine. And then he contacted me and said, Romy, I have my machine now. Can you come to Chicago, help me, show me how to do this business? So I said, okay. Okay, his wife is Olivia. And I said, okay, I'm gonna fly Friday. So for the weekend, because they're off weekend, try to set up appointments at 9 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 hours apart. And I will go with you to those houses and we will do the demo. What they did, they took off Friday from work, both of them. Said, let's do it for 3 days. So I flew Thursday, I checked in at a hotel near their house, and Friday morning we started, 9 o'clock. Okay. I did the demo, they watched. Go to the next house, do the demo, they watch. Like I said, some buy, some don't. By Sunday, okay, they have seen me do the demo for 2 days already. They seen it several times. By Sunday, they're doing the demo themselves. I'm watching them do the demo. They heard me over and over and over again. It's so easy to learn this demonstration. I mean, you don't even have to see me do it. You can watch YouTube videos, you know, of the demonstration. Or you can come here at the office. They have demos here all the time. And by Sunday, they're doing the demo themselves. I see they're good. They're convincing the customers. The customers are their friends. By Monday, we picked up 5 machines at the office. They made 5 sales in 3 days. And then I went back to New York. That month, they sold another 18 machines. And then a few months later, they became a 6A. That's how good this business. So I spent 3 days, they became a 6A. But that's how simple this business is. Oh, I saw this. How to become a 6A. Now, for those of you who are not 6A yet, okay, you don't even need more training. All you just need is more doing of what you already know. You just keep on doing it. You will become a 6A. The good thing with this business, we do not have like quota like other companies. Other companies, if you don't reach this quota for the month, what they say, vitamins, you know, they end up buying boxes of vitamins. So the money they're supposed to make, they spend buying the vitamins. We don't have that. You can just do it at your own pace. You become a 1A, 2A, 3A. If you want to take it a year or 2, it's okay. You know? Some people take a year, some 2, some 3, some 4, some 5 years. You know? It's okay. I mean, do it like how you want it. Okay. So 6A, you just do it. Now, to become a 6A, 11 does 6. That's my run. I have 11 different groups all over the world, and they grew like big groups. One of the group came to my house yesterday. Is one of my direct recruits is Tita Franco. Can you stand, Tita? He went to my house with 50 of his people yesterday from Hawaii. Let's see, who are those who were at my house yesterday? Please stand. Let me see. Those are from Hawaii. They were at my house yesterday. Thank you so much. Okay. And they flew all the way from Hawaii to here just to attend training. That's how serious they are. Okay. So how to become 6'11"? That's a different story. That's the mindset I'm going to talk about. Okay. Success is predictable. Failure is also predictable. You do the right things, you succeed. You do the wrong things, you fail. Okay. Now, there is an operating system in the whole universe. The whole universe is like a computer. I mean, there's a programming there that if you don't follow, you mess up. If you follow, you succeed. Okay, and that's some of what I'm gonna tell you. It would have been easier if I could just put it on a flash drive and we could just stick it in everybody's head. But it doesn't work like that. you have to absorb it, think about it, meditate on it, and do it. Okay, now training is like riding a bicycle or like swimming. We could talk about swimming all day long or for a whole week. If you don't go into the water and try swimming, you're still not gonna learn how to swim, right? So everything that we will learn here, you gotta do it for it to become part of you. It's like riding a bicycle also. We can talk about riding a bicycle all day long or for the whole week. If you don't go on a bicycle and really try it, you're not gonna be able to do it. So same thing with succeeding in business. In fact, when I was in Boracay, I like to do this stand-up paddleboard. Who knows how to do that stand-up paddleboard? You may know it. It looks easy, you know, because you stand in this paddleboard and you see them doing like that and they're moving. In the beginning, I said, "Oh, I could do that." Oh my God, this thing. I keep falling and falling and falling. That thing keeps moving on the water. Okay, so there is this Korean tourist, so they were all renting this paddleboard and they would like just lay down on it and do like this on the paddleboard. Some would like kneel on it and like do like this. Like I would try to stand. It took me 2 hours. 2 hours of trying to stand on it and balance it before I could stand a little bit and do some paddling and move a little bit. 2 hours. But I know if I keep on doing it, because I live near the ocean in Staten Island, New York. So I want to be able to do it because I see them in the ocean in Staten Island near my house. They're just doing like this, like easily. And you see the waves going like that. You know? So you have to do it. And it's called muscle memory. Muscle memory. Success is the same thing. It cannot just be on your head. It has to become a muscle memory or like subconscious memory inside of you before it works. For instance, the super successful people, they have this thing inside of them that if nothing happens during the day, they're not happy. A sale has to be made, and they have to contact somebody. It has to be part of you if you want to succeed. Okay? Because sometimes the way people think is, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow," or 2 days later, or like, and then the whole week passed, and the person did not do a demo. Oh, I have next week, and then the second week passed and no demo, and then the third week, and then the fourth week. Next, the whole month passed by and didn't do a demo or did very little. Okay, you're gonna keep on doing it every day, every single day. At least in the beginning. I'm not saying you have to do it all your life. Now, so the head knowledge has to become heart knowledge inside you. For instance, this is so simple. Prospect list. I don't want to put you on the spot, but this is your doorway to your better future your big sales organization, you have to have a prospect list, a list of people that you will contact with a phone number and cell number. Without that, you don't have a door. That's your doorway to your $1,000,000 or $1,000,000. Because you have to call the people and go there. Some people subconsciously do not have this because subconsciously they're afraid of calling people. You have to like weed away those subconscious obstacles or sabotage mechanisms inside of you. You have to do this. Okay, when I was young, I listened to this tape, Millionaire Training Tape. It's by a guy named Larry Thompson. I must have listened to it 100 times. And what he's saying is, just over and over, like he has a lot of stories. And what I learned in this tape, you know you're old when you were listening to something like this, right? It says, talk to 10 people a day. Okay, that's one secret. So what I did was, I have a notebook, say April 1, April 2, April 3, April 30. And then I put 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10. And I put the names of the people I called, you know, every single day. I'm telling you, honestly, I never was able to call 10 people a day. But I knew I was calling 2, 3, 4, 5 sometimes. You know? So if I review the days, I knew the days that I made calls, the days that I did not make a call. You have to have a way of measuring your progress. You know? So talk to 10 people a day. If you could do it, you're going to make a lot of money. So you think of the idea, you try and do it, you do it, and you do it again until it becomes a part of you. That's how you succeed. You have to involve your body, soul, and spirit. One thing I learned, this is very, very, very important. After trying business for so many years, year after year after year, for 40 years, okay, before Enagic, I must have done business for 25 years, and I keep on failing. And then I joined Enagic. I've been praying and praying and praying that God help me. And then Enagic came along. And then I realized sometimes, maybe for all of us, your life will change direction on one brief moment of decision and your whole life turned around. For instance, I went to the Enagic meeting, I saw the demonstration, I saw the opportunity. I came home to the Philippines, to New York from California, and I made the decision. I'm gonna try this Enagic business. If you look at it, it's one tiny little moment of decision that I'm gonna try this business. And that changed my whole life. Not only my life, my whole family's life, my children's life, my grandchildren's life, the life of the future generation of my family, my friends, my relatives, a lot of people's life. So that one tiny little moment of decision changed my whole life. What would have happened if I said, I don't think I could do this, you know, it's so expensive, nobody would buy it. I don't know where I am here. Could you imagine that? If I look back and I said to myself, if that would have been my decision, my life would have been a nightmare because I don't know what to do anymore. You know, that one moment of decision. Recently, I've been studying. When do you go back to Staten Island? 4th? Oh, we're on the same date. We might be on the same flight. Philippine Airlines. Oh, I'm planning to. Because when I go, we do that prayer meeting again. I have a very good teacher. I'm learning about this. How do you hear the voice of God? Okay. Because we do not recognize. I could say that the tiny little nudge on me to join Enagic. That's the voice of God. I didn't consider it that way then. Now I look back, God told me to do this business. Because after I joined, some names came to my mind. Oh, let me call this friend Franny, let me call Cynthia, let me call... Those people that I called, many of them are top distributors in Enagic today. Right on my first day in Enagic, right on the very first day, I called those people and they're top people today. It is as if on my first day, my being a 6811-6 today is like sealed already. Could you imagine that? So don't I say underestimate or ignore the power of prayer. You talk to God. You talk to God. And then some things would show up in your mind. You think they're just your imagination, or sometimes it's God like nudging you to call somebody, to do something. Those are God's voices. You don't hear God's voice. No, you don't. You see it from the eyes of your heart. You know, it's like, that's how it works. Why is it that the brain cell and the universe is the brain cell? That's the universe. They look alike. Because they have the same designer. Okay? They have the same designer. Phone call. Like I said, did it ever happen to you, you're thinking of somebody, and then your cell phone rings, and that's the somebody you're thinking? It happens to everybody, right? We are all connected. Okay? We are all connected. Power of words. If you say, the Bible says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. God created the whole universe with words. You create your whole life with your words also. You build your life or you ruin your life with your words. You make your marriage happy or you ruin your marriage with your words. You make your relationship with the friends around you with your words. You make a sale of this Kangen machine with your words. You lose your sale with your words too. Powerful. Now, think of the universe again. That's how powerful words is. So you better be careful of what you say. Okay. What you say comes from your mind, comes from your spirit. If you say, I keep saying that, like, oh, I don't think I could sell this machine, it's so expensive, nobody would buy it. You just say it and the whole universe heard it. That's it, the whole universe disconnected you from all the buyers. How do you know that? That the whole universe heard it? Try to make a call to your friend with your cell phone in the United States. Like, I have two cell phones here. I have the Philippine phone with the Philippine SIM card, and I still have the US phone that roams, you know. And a lot of people from the United States still calls me on the US phone. What I'm saying is, if I call somebody from the United States, okay, on the way here, my iPad rang because it has a cell phone number on it. It's Cynthia Briganti, the one I recruited from California. He said, oh, Romi, I thought you were already in the United States. No, I'm still in the Philippines. You know? Anyway, what I'm saying is, if you make a phone call, that phone call registers in the whole universe. And the person you're calling could be in the States, could be in Russia, could be in London, could be in the moon. With the proper instrument, he could hear your phone. He could hear your voice. You see how it registers in the whole universe? So always say, a lot of people will buy this from you, let me try it. You always say positive things. Don't say, don't think, don't do anything negative. Always positive. The Bible also says that. whatsoever things are true, good, and beautiful, have your mind stayed on these things. Power of words. Okay, what I did was I read a whole lot of motivational books. Okay, I know many of you are in business. How many of you have read Anthony Robbins? Let me share you. Okay, the networkers, Jim Rohn, the same people. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Napoleon Hill, like all these people. Okay. Ever since I was young, I'm a book reader. I will suggest you book. Who knows Elon Musk? Anybody knows Elon Musk? Let me show. Elon Musk is like the Einstein of our century. He's still alive. You should learn who Elon Musk. Okay. He's the one who owned Tesla company, SpaceX. Okay, this guy read so much books. NASA stopped all their operations and their projects, and he started thinking of like sending rocket ship, you know, in the space and do what NASA is doing. It's supposed to be government's job to send rocket ships and do those satellite stuff. He did it as a private person. He was asked, how did you become a rocket scientist? And he said, I read. I read. He just reads. You know? But anyway, what I'm saying is, and he came to my mind, Elon Musk, because he built a rocket ship, okay, for millions of dollars. He spent about 100 million doing it. It flew, and it took him so many months, years to build it. 5 seconds, it blew up. What did he do? Start all over again. Flew. Again, blew up again. I think he had a $100 million project. He got $100 million to spend. What he did was he built a company, it became PayPal. You know PayPal, right? Sold it, made some money, and reinvested it. Third time, he built again. It worked. Then he got contracts to the billions of dollars from different companies who want something done on their satellite. But he tried 3 times shooting up a rocket ship, and each time he does it, because he doesn't get discouraged. I'm saying that because there are people who will join Enagic, try to sell 3 times a machine, nobody buys 3 times, and they quit. I don't like this business anymore. It doesn't work, you know. This guy had to fly rocket ship 3 times. 500 people, employee, each time he tried to fly a rocket ship, and it would just blow up in 5 seconds and waste millions of dollars. And he tried again, and he tried again. Now he owns Tesla, he owns SpaceX. He's great, Elon Musk. He has a book. Now, it came to a point after reading all and learning all these motivational, inspirational things. I was still broke. I would build and then would go broke. And at one point, I just threw them all away. So how come I could not succeed? It's like a waste. I learned and learned and learned, and I could not build. Then I attended what's called the Life in the Spirit seminar. I found out that there's something beyond personal development. Okay, you need the personal development. Okay, I'm a reader of biographies. Okay, I have read Steve Jobs, the one who invented Apple. Yeah, I could probably 24 like successful people I read and read and read, because what happens is when you read the lives of the successful people, you kind of embody their thinking patterns, you know, their fighting spirit. These people don't give up. You want to have that spirit in you that you don't give up. Is my wife here? Oh, she's outside. She's buying a machine. That's good. And because there were times in my life when my wife would tell me, Romy, why don't you just get a regular job? like it came to a point where she really didn't believe that I could really do this network marketing business. But never was a time where I had a doubt that I will find a company that I could build and I could build big. I never gave up, and it happened in Enagic. Okay. I read in the book Think and Grow Rich. If a person really tries and tries and tries, at one point nature, you see, when you say nature, the book says nature, but I think it's like God, would say, this guy is not going to quit. Let's just give it to him. Because he's not gonna quit. That's how it works. Everybody who wins and who wins big really just keep on and try and not believe that he's not gonna make it. Gotta keep trying. Okay, now I'm gonna give you some principle. Principle number one, destiny. Like I said, since I was young, since I was doing network marketing 40 years ago, 30 years ago, I've always believed that I will make it big in a company. You have to have that mindset that you will make it big. Okay. In fact, yesterday at my house, there were some people in my house in Antipolo, and I knew they were like that. They're just not gonna quit. They've been into other networking, and after they heard what I said, I knew they made up their mind. They're gonna do this and do it big. Destiny. Principle one, destiny. You have to believe that you're destined to succeed. Nobody's destined to fail. Okay? But the thing is, we have choices. Now, remember Abraham in the Bible? 5,000 years ago, God told him, your descendants will be as many as the stars in the sky. That's a lot of downlines, a lot of customers. As many as the stars in the sky. And that was when there were only a few people on planet Earth. That's 5,000 years ago. Today, there are 7.5 billion people on planet Earth. Over half of them came from Abraham. I'm talking of the Jewish and the Christian people on one leg, and the Muslims on the other leg. They both claim their grandfather is Abraham. You need two legs. But it's destiny. Okay. Principle number two, choices. Okay, although you may believe that you are destined to succeed in Enagic, you still have your choices. And by your choice, you might miss your destiny or you might fulfill it. You still have your choices. Like, I hope it's okay. I have my friend Tita Franco here. Where's Tita? Okay, Tita Franco, when I started 13 years ago, she was one of my very first customer. And she signed up. I just bought my machine. I went to her house. She could not raise her arm because something hurts here. She has a beauty parlor. She closed it because she couldn't do it anymore. When I call her children are afraid that if their mom goes out of the house, she might fall. But anyway, I brought her Kangen Water. She became well again. She could raise her arm again. She reopened the beauty parlor, and she started selling Kangen Water machine. And then at one point she stopped. And then I invited her to an event like this, and she heard the successful people. That was 2006 we started. I invited her again 2010. That's 4 years. Okay, after she stopped. And then when she saw, she made up her mind. That's Anton's choices. And she chose to do it and to build it big. She went to Hawaii, started building there, She was at my house yesterday with 50 people, leaders of network marketing. This is building big. How many 6A do you have now, Tita, in your group? 32 6As in her group. See? She made 2 6As in 1.5 months. 32 6As. Okay. What I'm saying is, you could be destined to succeed. You still have to make the right choices. So when she chose to do it and build it, and then it worked for her. She saw choices. We have a genealogy in our website. You could see your organization. You know. Principle number 3, numbers. Magic number 12. See how I am 6, 8, 11? I'm working on my 12. 12 is the magic number. There are 12 tribes of Israel. There are 12 disciples of Jesus. Remember? So you try to build as many as you could build. There are 12 months in a year. 12 disciples. There are 12 donuts in a dozen. 12 hours in a day, 12 hours at night. I want to be, you would want to be a 6, 8, 12 plus 3. Okay, now, you can design, you can strategize, but that's just how I did it, okay? And the reason why I did it is like, I don't know who really would build it, and you need 2. If you have 12, you cannot miss 2 of them will build. Principle number 4, multiplication. The Bible says, be fruitful and multiply, not add. Now, if you were to add 1 sale every day, you make 1 sale, you make 1 sale, that's 365 in the whole year. Like, I cannot even do that. I cannot make 1 sale a day. You know? Nobody, I think, could do it. What you have to do is multiply. You find 2 people who will find 2, who will find 2, who will find 3, 4, 5. And multiplication. If you can find 2 people who will find 2, that's 4 by the second year. That will be 730 by adding. But eventually, those 4 becomes 8, becomes 16, becomes 32. So you find people who duplicates themselves. Not just customer. It's okay, you get extra money selling to a customer who buy. But that's a dead end if that customer doesn't multiply, doesn't duplicate. I'd rather find 2 people who will bring 50 each than me selling 100 machines by myself. There was one, I think it was Henry Ford, he says, I would rather earn 1% of 100 men's effort than 100% of my own effort. Jim Getty, he knows. That's why his rank is high. Because getting a regular job, you're earning 100% of your own effort. But if you have a lot of people and you get a little percent of everybody, that's a lot of money. Okay. Principle number 5, mission. I like looking at Kangen Mark Crystal's Facebook. He calls it Kangen Mission, International Mission. You're always on a mission. You know? Moses, his mission is to free the Israelites from slavery. And that was his mission. That's what he called. We're kind of like Moses. We want to free people from the slavery of bad health and the slavery of lack of money. Because a lot of people are in that situation, and we want to help them get free of that. And then I'm telling you, it feels so good being in Enagic, watching my friends, watching my people that I care for change their lives because of this Kangen business. You free them. I have several friends who, if it were not for Enagic, their retirement would be like a disaster. But now they're enjoying. I see them traveling all over the world, eating out. Like I sponsor this lady, Judy Abalahon. She's from Rojas City. Every time I look at her Facebook, she's traveling, she's eating out, she builds a house, she bought a BMW. Principle number 6, discipleship. See, Jesus called his disciples, I'll make you fishers of men. As an outline, you have to spend some time with the person you brought in. You're gonna help them, not forever, but spend some time and guide them until they could do it on their own. Okay, and that's discipleship. He spent 3 times with his disciples, and today there are there are over 2 billion Christians today. He's got 2 billion downlines now. Mr. Oshiro is an expert in that discipleship thing. I remember when we started 13 years ago, he would come to New York, he would gather the leaders, there would be just 5 of us. Mr. Oshiro will fly all the way from Japan and from California to meet like 5 of us. He will have dinner with us, talk with us, and teach us. Now, in the different countries that I go to, we have what's called 6823 and higher meeting. And the group has grown. Sometimes there will be 50, 100 of them. And these are the leaders. So he wants to really spend time closely with his disciples, the Kangen leaders. Principle number 7, sowing and reaping. What you sow, you will reap. Now, sometimes some people would ask me, how do you convince people about this machine or about the business? And I would say, no, I'm not in the business of convincing people. Okay? Don't think that that's your business, to convince people. Our business is to throw the seeds, the information, okay? The seeds will grow themselves, okay? If you think you can grow the seeds, no, it will grow by itself. So you just give the information, and the reason why you don't worry about the result is there are different kinds of grounds. It's in the gospel also. Some will fall on the ground, and then the birds eat them. See, sometimes they, oh, this is good, and the person is so excited about the Kangen machine and everything you said. They go home, and their friends say, that's a scam. And you lost. Or they look at the internet, oh. Some fall on like rocky ground. See, some people, no matter how much you say, it's just not gonna go through. You're wasting your time. Some people on like thorny ground. You give the information in the thorns, like other businesses. There are so many businesses out there. There are people who they're so excited about Kangen Water, Kangen business, that they go home and then they see another business, then another business. They forgot what they learned about Kangen Water. Well, thorn. Now, some falls on good ground. And that's when you only have said a little and this person is buying already. Some of you find that out. Like you don't even have to convince some people. You give them a few information, they buy. Because people, for instance, who are interested in health, who are interested in making a lot of money, you give them a little information and they see the opportunity and the product, and they just get in. So you just keep on throwing the seeds. I remember I was doing a meeting in Florida, and this lady is kind of right in the meeting is trying to like becoming combatant, like arguing. And I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to get the information, you take it or you leave it. Principle number 8, growth. They say, when you're green, you become ripe. When you are ripe, you start to rot. Don't ever be right. Always be learning. I've been in this business, in this industry for over 40 years. I'm still learning. I wake up in the morning recently, because there are things I'm learning. I've been waking up in the morning 5 o'clock. I try to wake up 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I would sleep early also, so I just wake up early. Because I want to learn, I want to read, and I want to study. Because the ones who says, oh, I know everything, or I know it all, you know, they say, by their fruits you shall know them. So where are the fruits? I thought you know it all. And it's a good thing that God doesn't ask us to grow a tree. God only asks us to plant the seed. Okay? So you gotta plant seeds and plant seeds and plant seeds. He will make them grow. Okay? If you think you will grow a tree, no, you cannot grow a tree. You can only plant seeds. You can only give information. Vision, principle number 9. Leaders, successful people, they can see clearly what a lot of people do not see. Okay? 13 years ago, when I joined this business, I had people in my group who joined me. We went up in rank. And some of them, they're high in rank already. That's 3, that's 4. And they still quit. This was years ago. And you would ask, why would they quit? Because during those times, we don't have those bonuses yet, incentive bonuses. But you know, the company improves. So now they're like banging their head. Why did we quit? Because the people they left grew, and they're already out of the company. Don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. Don't ever make that mistake. Because you do not know from the people you brought in who will build. Okay? Vision. You see farther away. There are people who told me, Romi, this company is gonna fall apart. There's so many internet competition, things like those. Like, I don't listen to anybody. I see this company is growing. We shoot for 5,000 units, we hit it. 10,000, we hit it. 15,000 units a month, we hit it. Like 2 years. 20,000 a month, we hit it. You know, now we have so many. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6. This company will grow. It will spread in the whole world. We haven't even started. I'm telling you, the people who would make a lot more money is still coming into the company. And this is the best time to build this business, because now the infrastructure, the internet support, the office support, we have 38 offices around the world. And more is to come, you know. And this is the best time. We have the stories, we have the support system to build this company, to build this business. Dream board. How many of you practices doing a dream board? We have, okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Very important. You have to see, you have to have a standard of what you want your life to be. Like a picture of where you're going. Say if I tell you, what would you do with $1 million? Do you know what you're going to do with $1 million? You have to know. Now, I learned this years ago. This is my dream board. At one point, I told my son, I said, can you cut some pictures of houses in Staten Island, like $1 million and higher, by the beach, near the ocean, beautiful house. And my son showed me 50 that on the internet, and I cut out 3 and I post it on my wall. And that's my dream. I want to have this house or this house or this house. And I dream and it keeps me working. I have to work, I have to work, I have to fight, I have to get the house. At one point, my wife and I said, come on, let's go to the house and maybe talk to the owner. To make the long story short, years later, it started with just a dream that I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. You know? That's where we live today. This house here, in Staten Island, by the old improve. And it's not just me. I learned this from a guy. Same thing happened to him. There's a Filipino lady that goes to New York. He will be there this July. She will be there this July. She organizes these Filipino events, like like beauty pageants, things like those, in New York. And she's successful. I saw how big her business is here. She's 10 years younger than me, and she told me the story. She called me Uncle Romi, Uncle Romi. When I was a student, I used to have my dream board. My classmates would like laugh at me. I have a dream board by my bed. You have to see your future in your mind first. And then when you have that goal and that dream, your subconscious mind starts to work. You have this giant library of resources inside of you that is unused. It's only if you have a dream that those resources get like activated and shows up, and you're able to use them. But without the dream, they're just there. They're just potential. They're like tools. You know? It's like a whole warehouse of tools you could use to use a building, but without a blueprint of a building or a plan, those tools are just there, waiting. And you might go through your life without having used them, and you never had a building because you never had a blueprint or you never had a plan. That's where we live. That's New York City there. See the Statue of Liberty? You could go around that. Promised land. Principle number 10, faith. That's Mr. Zero. You have to have faith in Mr. Zero, Mrs. Zero, and this company. He is a good man. He is our leader, and he loves that all of us succeed. He's sincere. He's honest. He's a very good man. You have to believe. You have to have faith in our company, Enagic company. Most companies out there, I tell you what's like. Some people get caught into it. When another company shows up and says, "Oh, this is it. This company, we are on the ground floor. This company is young. We're beginning." I tell you, our company is 40 years old, and yet we are young. You know, a lot of people still doesn't know this kind of machine, and we're just starting this giant like expansion into the whole world of this company. This will become like a microwave oven to be in everybody's homes, like a refrigerator. And we are just right on time. No? We have 38 offices around the world. Okay, 38 offices around the world. We're going to be opening more. What is picture? See, the global society is moving into better health. Okay, better health, and our company is in that movement. Okay, better health. People are learning to take care of their own health. They're going to the gym. They're taking care of what they eat, what they drink. And years ago, everybody smoked. You know, you go to a movie house. Those of you who are my age, you go to a movie house. Half of the people are smoking inside the theater. That's how bad our generation was. Not anymore. We're all wanting to be healthy. Principle number 11, action. Nothing happens until you take action. You can have all the training and all the good intentions and all the good ideas. If you don't act, nothing happens. It's the action that produces the results. I'm showing you a picture of the boy David who beat Goliath, okay, because he acted. He has some skills. He's got the skill of like throwing a stone. You develop some skill, you use it, you get results. Principle number 12, humility and strength. If you want to succeed, you have to combine, like Jesus Christ called the lion and the lambs. It's a combination of being victorious, being strong, and being humble at the same time. And that's what we need. I want to call on the dust 2 to the front. 682. 2 dash 2. So 682. Come on. Yeah, say a little something. These are the people who experience some success. Introduce yourself. Say how long you've been in the business. And say a little something. We still have up to 4 o'clock, about 15 minutes. Kita. O meron bang ibang... Okay.
Ayan.
Okay. So, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Good afternoon. Pwede ba natin palagpakan si Tito Romi? So, dagdag ko lang para sa mga hindi nakakilala kay Tito Romi kasi nung bago ako sa kanya, nung hindi ko siya kilala, akala ko Amerikano siya. Pero pure Filipino po siya, taga-Antipolo. Hindi ka nag-Tagalog eh.
Hindi ba
Ayun.
Kasi ito ang video eh.
Ayun. So, yan. Takapahan natin ulit si Tito Romi. Saan mo ba natin natutunan sa kanya? Yes. Ako nga talaga nakatutok pa eh. Alas 10 kami dumating dito. Para lang magulang yung sa harapan. Alam niyo yan. So, ako pala si Don Baniked, 682. Na-promote po ako last January this year, no? Yan, yung grupo ko, tapos yung kamay from Pangasinan. Ayan. Si Paring Benson, siya yung pangalawang 6A ko under my team. Ayan. Yan siya yung unang nabentahan ko ng machine, no? Tapos ang unang 6A ko si Mrs. So 6A to ako ngayon. Hopefully by December, dash 2 naman ako. This 2019. So, I bought my machine June of 2013. But I started doing the business somewhat like February of 2015. Yon, no? So magpo 4 years na in focus, no? Pero hindi pa ganoon ka-focus. Grabe, natuto ako kay Tito Romi. We must talk to 10 people a day. Most parang sa isang linggo, parang 3 days pa yung pahinga ko. Sabi ko parang wala pa akong karapatan na magpahinga. Nung narinig ko yung mga teachings ni Tito Romi, So, yun. Ang sikreto lang dito, if you want to be 6A11-6, napakasimple. Napakadali. Anong gagawin natin? Tularan natin siya. Paano ba siya nagsimula? Kaya nga kanina nung sasalita, panaiiwan ko sa mga kagrupo ko eh. Yung February niya, nakita nyo? 43 demonstration. Come on. Tapos in the second month, 45 demonstration in the second month. Dapat, sino yung gustong yumaman dito? Lahat, di ba? Hindi, ayaw nila. Yung iba ayaw nila. Okay lang. Sino yung gusto yumaman? Yun! Diba? Tumami na, no? Grabe po. Napakaganda. Totoo yung sabi ni Tito Romi kanina. Yun din yung isa natutunan ko. Dapat may testimony tayo or stories to tell about yung mga gumaling, yung mga natulungan ng tubig, And we have stories to tell na ito yung leader ko, ito na siya ngayon, yung ganito ganon, di ba? Or ito yung upline ko, dati siyang pulubing ngayon, okay na siya. Tama, di ba? Kasi ang tao minsan, hindi mo nakukuha sa pera-pera lang dahil mayaman na. So, kailangan kunin mo siya about health. Tama, di ba? Pero mas maraming tao na mukhang pera. Joke lang. Dati, nung nagsimula ako, pag ang kausap ko, yayamanin, natatakot ako or, bumili na ng machine. Pero hindi, halos ayaw ko ipakita yung marketing plan. Kasi sabi ko, hindi niya kailangan to ganito, gano'n. Pero mali pala ako. Ang mayaman pala, mas mukhang pera kaysa sa akin. Totoo po yun. Dahil walang iisip ang isang mayaman, kundi magpayaman palalo. Nasusundan po ba natin? So, ang maganda dito, sa starter, maraming 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Gusto ko lang encourage kayo, gawin natin yung sharing ng Kangen Water on a daily basis. Yan, especially si Ma'am Venus, yung bagong leader ko, ang tagal namin hinintay bago mag-resign. Sabi ko, pinag-resign ko na po siya. Sabi ko, magkano ba siya ito mo siya? Sabi niya, Sir Don, ganito lang. Alam mo, yung ganyan lang, isang kliyente lang, tapos na. Tama, di ba? Tapos yung travel pa niya everyday, parang 1 hour and a half travel going and going home, that's 3 hours travel. Sabi ko, alam mo ba, Enagic ka na? Si Ma'am Jeanette, sabi ko, willing na tulungan ka. Alam mo yun, it's a matter of decision. Marami sa atin dito gustong kumita pero ayaw natin magdesisyon. Dati rin po akong empleyado. Okay? So, kung ikikwento ko yung pinanggalingan ko, baka alas 12 na tayo ng ating gabi matatapos. So, ang gusto ko lang, yung mga gustong gawin yung negosyo, gawin natin on a daily basis, pag-aralan natin. Hindi ito negosyo ni upline. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, negosyo mo. So what I'm talking about, hindi negosyo ni upline to, hindi puro si upline ang gagawa ng demonstration. Nakuha niyo po? Yes. Dapat matutunan natin gawin. Ayan. Yung mga upline naman, palakpakan tayo, di ba? Mababawasan na tayo ng trabaho. Dahil, hindi, totoo. Sabi ko kay Pare Benson, ang naging problema namin, na-check yung problema ng LinkedIn lang. Para sabi ko, parang empleyado tayo ng mga downline natin. Tatawagan mo sila training. Walang pupunta, 2, 3. Eh, ang group ko sa Pangasinan, nasa 40 na. Yung mga leaders. Pero magtatawag ka ng meeting 3, 5. Swerte na kung may 10. Pero kung may demonstration, upline, may demo tayo ha. Samahan mo ako ha. Parang sabi ko, parang empleyado na kami dito. So, yun, kung gusto nyo gawin, mag-succeed, tama yung sabi ni Tito Romi, dapat maging agila tayo. Tayo mismo sa sariling negosyo natin. Walang ibang makakatulong sa atin kundi tayo magpapayaman sa sarili natin. Tama, di ba? So, maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Sana mas marami pa tayong matutunan. And kung another thing, dapat yung mga, yun nga, sabi nga ni Tito Romi, learning. Huwag nating sabihin, alam ko na yan, yung mag-acne. Tama, di ba? Dapat we keep on learning. So, maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat, and God bless po.
Okay. Bago magsalita si Tita, by the way, she's from New York, gusto ko tawagan yung lahat ng 6A and higher to the front after Tita because I want the rest to see that totohanan itong business ang tao nakakabenta ng 100 in the group and to build the business. So yung lahat ng 6A and higher, please go to the front and after Tita, you just introduce yourself, where you are from, and your name. Nasisita mo nga. Yeah. Ayaw ko na maubusin sa oras magsalita.
Romi.
Okay, mga 6A, come. Dito sa sa front.
Rowena.
6A.
Erna.
Good. Ayaw ko na.
Erna, please. Umay kayo na. Umay kayo na. Nagtatangkil-tulo yun. Umay ka na. Okay. Madila kaya.
Madaming 6A kanina. Nasa iba 6A.
Rowena versus Erna. Magagaling po sila lahat magsalita pero para ako ng bata namay, I've been in the US.
Yung mga 6A, dun, 6A from Hawaii.
Okay, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Alam niyo, amin na po. Pagpaspasensyahan that, or please bear with me. After 13 years with Enagic, this is my first time to see everybody. At maraming salamat. Marami po ang pinanggalingan ninyo lahat. Ang gusto ko lang sabihin ko sa inyo, kung mahal ninyo ang mga tao ha, tunay na puso, ibigay ninyo ang Kangen Water sa kanila. Huwag ninyo pong ibebenta lahat ng clinic ko sa New York, barbershops hanggang sa Ilocos, libre po ang pumunta doon. Wala pong huwag kayong makakolekta na kasi hindi pwede kong magbenta ng mga tubig, no? Dr. Bendi, I'm happy you're here. I'm a little bit nervous kasi ang gagaling English talaga na magsalita. Kaya ako para akong nirenervyos, lalo na si Romi, nagiging maliit ako pag siya ay nagsalita. Nasabi na ho niya lahat ang gusto kong masabi, pero simple lang ang negosyo ito. You have to qualify the people that you talk to. You don't expect everybody will do the business. Pasalamat na lang po tayo kung sila ay umiinom ng tubig. Yes. Okay? Meron akong ituturo ng konti sa inyo. Number 1, ilista po ninyo lahat. Huwag naman yung ilista yung mga nasa New Zealand. Dito muna tayo sa Pilipinas mag-lista ng mga kaibigan. Kasi pag may taong papasok, sasabihin nila, I know somebody in Iran. Andito po tayo eh. Di ba? Ang mga, like my granddaughter, she's 11 years old now. Sabi niya sa akin, Ma, where are you going? I said, I'm gonna learn how to find people. I said, Ma, the people are just in front of our house. Mga tao rin sila, bakit pupunta ka pa doon? Hindi ko naiintindihan talaga eh. Kung bakit palalayo ka, just look around you. Yung mga building na yan, katulad ninyo, huwag kayong mahihiya. Ang importante lang, mahal ninyo ang ginagawa ninyo. Kasi pag ayaw ninyo yung trabaho ninyo na nagbebenta, abay maliho kayo kasi you are the most important people na talagang nagbibigay yan. Diba yung ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find? O nagiging Romi Verdera na rin ano. Ang gagawin lang po nyo talaga, huwag kayong magagalit kung yung kapitbahay ninyo ay nabentahan na ng iba yung kaibigan. Kasi whoever goes to the door makes the sale. Correct? Yes. So ang dapat ninyong gawin, unahan kayo. Kaya ako, nauna na ako sa Hawaii, I brought 19 reps. Na binil ko from November 23 today. Meron pa pupunta siya sana sa Las Vegas. She's a speaker ng isang malaking kumpanya. Hindi ko nasasabihin. Wala ko silang pinuntahan para maging isang leader sa company na to. Nag-escape sila, nandito yung dalawa, hindi ko na lang sasabihin. Pero nagtatago sila, wala sila sa Facebook, hindi nagsasalita. And then all of a sudden, ang sabi nila sa akin, mas maganda ito kasi madali. Walang requirement, pwede kayong maging tamad, pwede nyo sasabihin sa mga downline inyo, hindi bale, hindi nyo ako pwedeng alisin. Magtrabaho lang kayo kasi importante. Meron akong isang dalagang dito. She's all into all the network marketing. Wala siyang ginawa kundi, oh, it's only $50. I can do that. Talaga lang ha. Pinapalayas na po nila ako parang leader nila. Nagkumpul-kumpul na sila dahil stricto daw ako. Pero nung natuto sila ng business, mas masahol pa sila sa akin. Nagagalit sila. So, I am really happy. Marami nang naikwento si Romi sa inyo. Please, kung wala kayong pera, meron tayong tinatawag na Samaritan. Kung may kakilala kayong naglalakad dyan, lahat yan pwede mo niyong bentahan. Kung wala naman kayong bote-bote dyan, please lang, maghanap kayo at wala naman tatanggi pag libre ang ibinibigay dito sa kanila. Bibigyan mo na nga lang, like Romi Verdera before, itinapong pa niya yung kanyang tubig. Hindi naniniwala dito. Ngayon, nung in-approach ako ni Romi, sabi sa akin, tita, meron tayong business. Again? Labing-anim na yata po ako nag-join kay Romi eh. Kaya ako nagsipulo niya palagi eh. Suki. Ay, talagang suki. Sabi niya, magbenta tayo ng lupa. I flew to Florida, New York, 16 times. Ninabenta ba tayo? Oo. Ang importante, persistency. Pag yung ang client ninyo ay ayaw kayong tulungan, you have to be a leader. You have to be a leader, not a follower. Di gagaan na ngayon ang ating. Yeah. No. Maraming salamat po. Sharing the water at wag ho niyong ibebenta. Tatalsingan tayo lahat ng Enagic. Okay. Before I ask this lady, she's my comadre for 35 years. Wala akong inisip para bentahan. Puntahan ko lang siya kasi magsi-70 years old na ako itong taon na to. I want to see the world. Sabi ko sa kanya, 70. Sa 1949, that documented niya.
You look like 50.
Kunyari, sa bango ko talaga. Meron kami sa picture ko may skin clinic ko. Ngayon, sabi niya, sabi niya, magre-retire na rin ako. Pwede tayo mag-skin clinic dito sa bahay ko. Yun lang ang pinuntahan ko. Hanggang itong bruhang ito pumasok. Sabi sa akin, ate, malaking pera yan. Pero nag-quit. Hindi ako tinawagan ng December, January, nagtatago, merong perla ang pangalan dyan, na nagdala lahat ng mga tiga-Pangasinan. Total 58 po kami nandito lahat. Brand new lahat ang mga mukha nila. Kaya kailangan mag-memorize ako ng mga pangalan nila. Kaya meron 1, 2, 3, hindi ko na alam yan. So Erna, thank you very much. Everyone, please keep the burning desire. Kasi pag mag-give up tayo, lahat yan i-give up.
Good afternoon sa lahat po. Ako po, Erna Baquiel, na kumari ko po si Tita Franco. Hindi kami nagkita niyan for 35 years. Tapos sabi niya, kumuha ka na ng machine. Sabi ko naman sa kanya, okay kasi may pambili na ako eh. Established na ako. So sabi ko, okay manan, bibilin ko. Tapos installment or cash naman. So I bought it for cash. And then after that, yun nga, tinanong si Rowena na pupunta sa bahay because she's doing skincare too. Kasi yun ang interest namin tatlo, supposedly. But now, ang interest namin is Kangen machine. Because in this business, you're gonna make money. Hindi ko akalain na yung nagbenta na to, na maraming downline na, ang dami ng checks na dumadating sa akin. And I thank God because all my first checks, dinunay ko po lahat sa church. So, I thank God talaga na God is so good and He will provide all your needs according to your riches and glories. Talagang po yun. Manalig lang tayo sa Diyos. Acknowledge that God is our provider. Yun lang po.
My turn. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ate Kita. Yes. So, good afternoon sa ating lahat. Kung wala si Ate Erna at si Ate Kita na talagang sinus ako, at saka broke po ako. Nandiyan ako ng Kangen. Talagang hindi ko na alam kung saan ako kung paano ako mag-over. Ayoko. Yeah. Hindi po, talagang broke po ako. Marami akong cases na talagang umpisahan na akala ko doon ako talagang kikita ng hold ko. Pero hindi. Ito lang pala, naghihintay. Kasi kung wala si Ate Tita na talagang ginawa niya yung talagang sobrang strict pa. Sabi ko, ayaw ko na kasi hindi ako sanay na talagang napapagalitan o talagang hindi ko alam pala na yun na talagang akong pinapagalitan. Gusto niya pala akong matuto at saka i-share sa mga tao na may sakit at saka mga kaibigan ko na talaga gusto ni Auntie Erna na talagang ipapakita ko sa mga kaibigan ko na talagang aangat na ako kasi sobrang broke ako sa talagang broke. Alam niyo, may kaya. Hindi naman may kaya, kaya lang medyo mayroon ng konting naman ng sakit. Tapos biglang na ng labagsak yung airplane na hindi mo na alam kung saan ka mag-uumpisa. Parang, Lord, yalan na ako ngayon. Parang, lagi na lang gano'n ang nasa isip ko. Pero thanks God, nandito ako ngayon at hindi so amazed talaga ang nangyari ngayon. Parang ngayon, parang palagi ako nasa church talaga. Kasi siguro sa ating lahat, ako yung pinakamahirap ang experience sa lahat. Kaya thank you sa Romi kasi ikaw yung parang idol ko which is God is our idol sa lahat. Pero nung nakausap kita sa telepono talagang sabi ko, makakamit ko na yung gusto. Kasi talagang yun, I've been a lot of struggle and I join a lot of business and I'm the one top producer all the time. Pero palagi akong nababagsak. Parang mayroon siguro naghihintay talaga para sa akin. So,
Meron lang ako tanong. How long did it take you to sell 100 machines?
Okay. Nag-umpisa ako na, hindi ko po alam na sinagyan ako ni Ate Tita. Kasi magkumari silang dalawa. Parang sabi ni Ate Erna, siguro sinabi niya yung muhalay ko na parang hirap ko, pero hindi nila nakikita na hirap ako. Kasi doon sa Hawaii ko sa naluto, tunog na tunog yung pangalan ko, kahit mahirap lang po ako. Kasi nakakaalam ko talagang buhay. Hindi ko may parang nung inumpisan ko na po, 3 weeks lang.
2 weeks, 100 machines. Dalawang machine, 3 linggo.
Kapag ako nakakit sa mga kaibigan ko nung iba sa akin, pero hindi ako nagalit.
Narinig ko po yung kwento niya. Ang dami niya sinalihang business na networking na kung ano-ano. Kaya marami siya listahan ng pangalan ng mga tumatakbo na sa kanya dahil kung ano binibenta niya. Binalikan niya lahat, nagdilihan ulit.
Kaya kayo po, huwag ka na mag-stop. Continuous lang, focus lang, ito lang po nakita. Yes. Kaya, Ate Tita, ito pala. Sinurprise mo ako. Kasi natin ko lahat sa mga members ko. So, mararating natin lahat.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Romi Verdera. I'm a 682-2, and I'm running after for a 682-3. So, hi, Tita Fran. Remember? So, ang aking pong mission really is to be able to help and bring true health anywhere in the world. Yun po yung naibibigay po ng Kangen Water. So, it doesn't matter kung ano po yung kukunin nyo for as long as you have Enagic Kangen machine in your household. Yun po ang pinakamaganda. And at the same time, you can make a lot of business just by sharing. By sharing, just giving away water and also helping the people to really establish your own organization or your own business. So this time around, I'm planning to also attend the US convention this June. So I hope to see you, everyone. And for those who are just starting, please do it with a mission also of helping people. And I would like also to congratulate my granddaughter. Miss Elijah Robles, and her boyfriend is she brings along also her boyfriend from TED, and I'm just so very happy that they are not now involved in here. So it would be a family business, and I tell you, you won't make anything wrong by doing Enagic business. Thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Catherine Cabe. So, Tito Romi, taga-Antipolo po ako under Mike, Tito Kuya Mike and Atiga, Crystal po. So, nung nag-start po ako sa Kangen, wala pa po akong first sale noon, nung nandito ko sa Tito Romi. So, na-inspired po ako sa kanya. So, gala po ng sabi ni Tita Franco, bakit ako lalayo? Sa Antipolo lang po, marami ang may sakit. So ngayon po, dito po yung mga grupo ko sa Antipolo, Tito Romi. 6A, running po 6A to na rin po ako by God's grace po. So nakita ko po yung blessing ng Kangen first sa health. So very thankful po ako na lahat ng inasure namin ng Kangen, hindi man sila bumili or kumuha ng machine, yung mga kumuha. Alam po namin yung testimony na sobrang thankful po sila. Pero ang kagandahan po dito, ginagawa po namin yung Kangen through sa mission, sa health, and then doing the business, yes, opo. Why? Kasi po nakita rin po namin yung kagandahan ng negosyo ng Kangen. So, by profession, nagturo po ako for 6 years at the call center. Pero dito po nakita yung freedom of time. And then, in terms of sa marketing, totoo po yung business ng Kangen. So, hindi ko na po hahabaan dahil marami pa po sila. So, ngayon po, running for 682. So, blessing po siya.
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. My name is Leila Ninampito. I'm a 682 running to 682-2. So, konting-konti na lang, konting kembot na lang. Sana ma-reach ko before June sa convention. So, yun ang target na maging 682-2. Nag-umpisa po ako dito sa Enagic. Isa ako sa mga pioneer ng empleyado. Dati akong empleyado ng Enagic. So, that was 2010 ako na pasok dito. So, doon pa sa Makati ang office namin noon. Pero ngayon, after 2.5 years, nag-resign na ako. Nag-distributor na ako kasi masarap pala yung as a distributor, may freedom ka, meron kang time sa anak mo. Lalo-lalo na sa akin kasi meron akong special child, multiple handicap Sinat. So, Sinat, isa sa mga 6A ko. So, yung isa sa US, si Angelo. So, yun ang dalawa kong 6A. So, ngayon, wino-work up ko na maging 6A to Sinat at saka si Angelo sa US para mag 6A2-2 ako this coming June. So, yun lang po. Kahit masasabi ko lang, kahit nag-iisa kayo na nagde-demo, kasi sabi nga nila, very, daw yun, maganda yung combination na couple. Pero kahit na single kayo, go na go. Kaya natin yun, di ba? So, yun lang po ang masasabi ko. Salamat sa inyo.
Good afternoon. Ako po si Romi Verdera. I was introduced to this Kangen sa Singapore po. So, employee din po ako dati. Employed ako dati sa Singapore. And so, majority ng team ko is even my upline is in Singapore. And now, I'm starting to build my business also in Philippines, this Kangen business. My first 6A is a Chinese Singaporean. Siya yung vice president ng company namin sa Singapore. So ngayon, full-time na ako rito kasi I find that kapag ka-employed ka kasi employed ka, so limited, masyadong limited yung time mo. Even to your family also, nasa sacrifice mo. And syempre yung time, resources, and even yung financial. Pagka kung kahit lang yung effort ay binibigay mo sa company, yun lang din yung matatanggap mo. But in this business, kung masipag ka lang, mas maraming matatanggap.
Good afternoon po. Ako nga po pala si Sally Ingles.
siguro pagkaka-join ko sa Kangen, yun ang pinakang malaking drama sa buhay. I was paralyzed then. That was 2015, before Christmas. Hindi na talaga ako nakakalakad. So I am wearing a diaper, an adult diaper, while my husband is also very, very sick. And then, sabi nung aking may tumawag sa akin, sabi ko, ba't hindi ka na pumupunta ng Lucena? Because I was born in Lucena City, pero dito na ako nakatira sa Laguna. Sabi ko, I was very, very sick. Ano nangyari sa iyo? Hindi na ako nakakalakad. Ano nangyari? Hindi ko alam. Sabi ng doktor, ang taas-taas ng aking uric acid. Namamaga ng aking mga kamay, namamaga ng aking mga paa. Hindi na kaya magsuot ng kahit anong tsinelas. So sabi sa akin, ate, alam mo ba ang Kangen Water? Kasi marami ng gamot na napabigay sa akin. But lahat po nang nangyari. Sabi ko, ano yun? It's water. Saan ako bibili? Sa supermarket? Hindi. Meron akong kakilala dyan na mayroong Kangen machine. Ito ang number. And then, tinawagan yung number na yon. Hindi ko kakilala yung tatawagan. My son called that number. And then dumating ang isang babae carrying one container of Kangen water. Sabi niya Kangen. Sabi niya sa akin, Mom, you try to drink 3 liters tonight. Wow, how could I drink 3 liters? Ang hirap. You try. Ang dami pa niyang ikikwento. Papaliwanag ang machine. Ipapaliwanag ang tubig. Ayoko makinig. Why? Ako ang magsasalita pag ako ang kakinig. Kasi I feel ang messy. Madumi ako. I don't even do my personal hygiene. Nahiya ako magsalita sa kanya. And then sabi lang niya, okay, you try to contact me. Kaya lang, syempre, that's water. Sabi ko, Ma'am, how could I pay you? Nothing. Ma'am, I will give you 100 calling cards. Can I? 100 pieces of calling cards only. Natuwa naman siya because kailangan niya calling cards because before we are doing some mga tools. Kahit mga ano, sige. Binigyan ko siya ng calling card. And then, that night, sabi niya sa akin, you try to drink 3 liters. I tried to drink 3 liters. Anyway, I am wearing a diaper. And then, the following morning, iniinom ko siya, nakahiga ako kasi naki-stroke. And then the following morning, tinatry kong i-close open ang kamay ko kasi manasa-manasa yung kamay ko. And then I close open. Oh, I can do it. Close open. I can close open na. Tuntua ako. Then I try to get up. Kasi hindi na talaga ako nakakatayo. And then when I try to get up and sit down, I am sleeping on the sofa. And my husband is sleeping at the sofa at the back. Pagka ganun kami, magka-cross. Just asking me, what happened to you? What happened to you? Nagtatanong lang kami, how do you feel? How do you feel like that? And then sabi ko, nung nakita niya ako na I was sitting, paano ka nakatayo? Hindi ko alam. And then I went to the bathroom, and then naglakad ako, kaya ko makalakad. For some time, I cannot walk. And then pumunta ako sa bathroom, inilaglag ko lang yung aking diaper. That weighs more than 10 kilos, I think. Kasi sa bigat. Ang bigat ko na. And then, I went again to the aking sa sofa. And then sabi ng husband ko, what happened? You tried to drink this water also. Inatin siya, sabi niya, it's feeling good. And then sabi ko, what's this kind of water? Ano to? Takang-takang talaga ako. Before, I cannot even raise my hand. Wala na, hindi ko na talaga sinataas. Alam mo ba ang panalangin ko? Panginoon, kunin mo na ako. Kasi ang feeling ko, parasite na ako. Ang sabi ng apo ko, Lola, kailangan mo na mag-wheelchair. O kaya, ibili na lang daw ako ng tungkod. My daughter-in-law is the one who's changing my diaper. Kaya ako. And then, nung nakalakad ako, sabi ko, may milagro ito. And then, mayroon naman akong laptop, and then I tried to seek everything. Oh, this is Kangen water. Hindi naman ako nakakakita ng Kangen machine. This is a medical device. And then, tinignan ko lahat ng mga testimonies ko. Sabi ko, I want to have a machine. How could? I don't have money. I don't have money. And then I call up my si Mamay lang talaga nagdala sa akin, who is now 6'3". Sabi niya sa akin, sabi ko, Ma'am, I need another container of water. Bakit? Ubus na kasi. Ang dami na agad uminom kasi asawa ko umiinom na din. Ganun ba? Okay, I carry one again. And then I'll give you another calling card. 100 calling cards. Kanya na lang. And then, doon na nga, that time, kaya ko pala. Sabi ko, meron talagang pakaiba dito. But I have not seen any unit of Kangen machine. Sa picture lang. And then,
she invited me to attend a seminar in Calamba. That was that was January 9. And then nung doon ako nakakita ng actual demo, tuwa ako kasi sino mag-testimony? Taas agad ang kamay ko. Kasi ako yung testimony, yung testimony na for quite some time, hindi ako nakakalakad. Namamalas ang buong katawan ko because of uric acid, because of the gout. Gouty arthritis. Sobrang napakasakit. At nang makita ko, it's because main cause is lack of water, dehydration. Yun ang tunay na dahilan. I'm not drinking water anyway that time. Anyway, kahit pa nga sabihin ako ng doctor, you drink plenty of water. Kaya ko na naman, hindi mo pala talaga pwede. So that time, sabi ko kay Ma'am Myla, I want to have a machine. But how could I? How could I buy? Okay, you start as Tocorate. Pero, nung sinabi yung Tocorate, paano yun? Tocorate ako? Hindi ko naman alam. But when I registered that time by January 28, with me is 5 people. 2 SD and 3 junior. Ako ay naging, oh my God. The end of the month, sabi ko kay Ma'am Myla, how could I have the machine? Wala pa akong machine. Okay, hanap kita, pautangin ako. Sabi ko gano'n, okay, pautangin ako 40,000 pesos for the down payment of the junior camp. Then, tinulungan niya ako makautang. Ano yung sinakyan ko? Ay, nagsakyan ako sa bus. Bus, benta, utang, sangla. Nandun ako sa gitna, utang. And actually, my life also worried if I can pay the 40,000 pesos with 10% interest monthly. Pero, nakabayad agad ako. At for 3 months, I am already, but 3 in agad ako that time. I got my first annual payment. And that was, I was excited carrying the 201,600. Wala, sa ko na dali 201,600, hawak ko na. Nakabit na namin ang makina. Can I get the 36,000 plus? No, you deposit it first. And then that's the story. Then, slowly but surely, I was 6A last year. Masaya na rin ako because I was 6A. I was 4A. Nung makuha ko ang isang brand new car, kailangan kong may kotse. Hindi ko pwede maglakad-lakad. Ang asawa ko magaling na, he wants to join me in the demo. And then they have a brand new BSG. Ayoko na, gusto ko automatic. So I have. Wala ako. I was 61 years old. Ang tsura ko, mukhang 70 anyos. Kulubot ang aking mga mukha. Ang tanda ko, ang itim-itim ko. And then, natuwa ko ang grupo. And then, I was 6A on June 28. And then again, I availed one for junior. That's good. Diba? And then, ang email, hindi ko nagsisig yung sa akin na, I have 2 cars. Diba? Sabi sa akin, bakit wala ka pong bahay? Hindi pa yun. Hindi pa tanong yun. Kasi, kung bahay agad, titanan ko lang yun. Kailangan ko ay sasakyan so that I can go everywhere doon sa aking mga prospect. Diba? Alam mo, prospect ko, alam mo, mayroong Purilaria, mayroong Agulandia, lahat, nakuha ko na lahat because my husband died because of kidney failure, because of the antibiotic he take noon. Napakagaling nung napunta sa ospital, pero nung binigyan siya ng sakadawag ng antibiotic, nasira kidney niya, and then namatay siya. That was November 5 of 2017. He did not enjoy the I have now, but because of him din, nakatulong din naman sa akin talaga siya. And then ngayon, we are now enjoying our life even though nasa 6A pa lang ako. Pero this month of April, siyam na lang ang kulang nung aking isang downline. So 6A na. And then another 6A anyway. Sa kabila, that I will be 6A too this year. Pero hindi problema ang edad. I was 61 and now I am already 64 years old. And then sabi nga namin, kasi ako sa matanda. Sabi niya, bakit tumata ang tsura mo? Yes, pag nasali ka sa Kangen, maganda ka, bumabata ka, mahirap ka, yumayaman ka. And that's all. Thank you very much.
My name is Malu Buendia. Kapitbahay kami ni Romi sa Staten Island. Magkasama rin kami sa prayer group.
several years ago, early 80s pa sama na kami ni Romi sa prayer group. I am still a full-time pediatrician. I just do this on weekends. Kasi nakakapagod naman kung dire-diretsong puro pasyente, kaya meron akong break. Pag weekend, I see to it that at least I share the machine, I share the water with people. Basically, the way I get sales is by sharing the water. Bawal magbenta, sharing lang para i-bless kayo ni Lord. I use it for my patients. Karamihan ng mga pasyente ko, mahihirap lang. Hindi kayang gumayad ng machine. Kaya nag-iigib sila sa opisina ko. Every time may problema with constipation, hindi ako nagbibigay ng prescription. Kasi prescription can be habit forming. So I'll give them a gallon of water, usually mga bata, pediatrician, no? Sabi ko, if you don't move in the next 24 hours, come back tomorrow and I'll give you a prescription. Wala, bumabalik sila para humipa ng mas maraming tubig. Kasi mga dumi na. Tapos yung mga nanay na masakit ang likod, masakit ang mga kasukasuan, yung mga tatay, yung mga gout, humihingi na rin ng tubig kasi nakakaigib. Kaya, that way, because of that, yung mga hindi makasayaw dahil may gout, kasama pa naman ng girlfriend, patikiman nyo ng isang galon ng tubig, pag gumaling niya ang kinabukasan, order ng machine sa inyo, kahit na ganong kamahal. Yun lang, that's the way I said it. I don't usually directly sell it to people, but I talk to everybody. And I don't underestimate. Kaya mayaman ka, kaya mahirap ka, kakausapin kita. Kasi so happy at yung tao niyan may pangangailangan, you know, they can see the opportunity. Yun lang ang gusto kong i-share sa inyo. Kaya huwag kayong matakot na may trabaho kayo, hindi nyo magagawa ng business. Just have a certain time in a week, a day or two, pero lagi nyo gagawin yun. Continuously. This is like a career. Hindi ito overnight na yumayaman kayo. Dahan-dahan yung gagawin. Grade 1, grade 2, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. Eventually, makatatlong taong ka, apat na taong ka, naka 6A ka na rin. It doesn't matter if it don't take you that long. Na-reach mo pa rin ang goal mo kasi meron ka pang ibang ginagawa. Kung naman yun lang talaga yung gusto nyo i-focus, because you're happy with that, then do it. You know, like me, I cannot leave my practice because I love my patients and I love what I'm doing. So importante, gusto niyo yung ginagawa nyo. The journey of what you're doing. Yun lang po ang gusto kong i-share sa inyo.
Good afternoon po. Ako po ay si Mercy Villan from Laguna. Katulad po ng mga nauna sa akin, ako po ay 67 years old. So napaka ano po na ang tubig po talaga ay maganda. So 3 years ago, nag-start po ako as 1A. Ngayon po 6A ako, kasabay ko po si Ma'am Ingles, naging 6A. Last June. Yung pong isang leg ko is 6A na, so hopefully, malapit na po ako maging 6A too. So sa age ko po, marami po kanina ang tumaas ang kamay na hindi pa po sila nag-decide. So napaka-importante po talaga, make your decision now para po masimulan nyo na. And then, katulad nga po kanina, marami po ang nabanggit si Sir Romi. As ganito na pong age, marami na po akong nakalimutan na nagdaang taon na hindi ko ginawa. Pero ngayon, may dream po talaga ako. So, andyan po yung anak ko, nakikita nila ako sa bahay. Kung paano ko po gusto o sinisikap na trabahuin ang aking pangarap para sa kanilang lahat. So, andyan po yung nagbabasa ako kanina, yung mga sinabi ni Sir, Think and Grow Rich, yung po mga nasabi niya ng mga authors, and then I do my meditation. That helps me a lot. So, yun po lang mga aking masasabi sa inyo. Ang age po doesn't matter. Isipin niyo po, katulad ng ginagawa ko, ako ay laging bata. Hindi po ako tumatanda. Kahit po ang aking is kahit ang pagdadamit, hindi po ako ayoko po nung ako ay tatanda. Kasi po, kahit ako po ay sinama sa church, sasabihin mahaba, Daddy, para ako mukhang madre, ayoko nga. O, di sasabihin sa akin, yung kung ano yung gusto mo, o, yun lang po. Good afternoon.
So, good afternoon po. Ako nga pala si Benson Ontalat, isa sa mga 6A po ni Paridon. So, ako yung unang nabentahan. Ako yung unang naloko ni Paridon. Bumili ng machine. Pero nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanya dahil nung senior niya po yung water together with Mary Rachel po, Mary Rachel Flores po, na senior yung water. Ang kagandahan doon, nung dinemohan kami, hindi ko natikman yung tubig. Wala silang dalang tubig. So, sabi niya, may demo kami sa Star Plaza, punta ka. So, doon ko palang natikman yung water. So, kaganda after 1 week po na nag-decide po ako na bumili ng machine. So, one week na uminom ng water, yung asawa ko po, gumaling po yung acid reflux niya. So, at the same time, may yung last baby po namin, yun po, Kangen baby po yun. So, yung dalawang anak ko na may asthma, skin asthma at asthmatic, gumaling po sila. So, sa tulong po ng Kangen Water. So, yun din po, may negosyo din po ako na yung isang negosyo ko, sa ngayon po, kinlose ko na. Nag-focus po ako sa Enagic. So, nag-6A po ako nung January 31 lang, sa wakas. So, after ilang years din po. Pero kagandahan po dito, hindi po ako huminto. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Kasi, yun nga, parang ngayon, parang nagtitinda na lang tayo ng kaldero. Yes, totoo po. Noon, nung nag-umpisa po kami, walang testimony po. Hirap magbenta. Mahal. Nakabenta lang ako siguro mga 3 machine. Tapos yun na, stop. Tapos nung marami na nag-i-inquire, sila na mismo po yung lumalapit. So yung mga nademohan po namin na after 3 years, 4 years, bumibili na po ng machine. So, huwag lang hihinto. Huwag lang hihinto kasi marireach nyo rin po yung 6A. So, this coming April 12 po, hopefully, pupunta po ako ng US. Hopefully, mademohan ko po yung mga in-laws ko. And sana maniwala. Hindi naman ako yung magsasalita, yung tubig mismo yung magsasalita. So, sana po bili po siya ng machine. So, maraming salamat po. Thank you po.
Meron parang dash 3 dito sa dash 3. Rachel. Ito po sila ang mataas na rango ngayon na nandito sa room at me.
Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Ako si Ate Rachel Flores, taga Santa Maria, Bulacan. Ang asawa ko po ay 682-3. Ako po ay 682-2. Nag-iisa ko pong anak ay 682-2. Family business na po namin. Si Kuya Aga ho, magiging dash 4. Ako magda-dash 3. Anak ko magda-dash 3. Manugang ko magda-dash 2. Alam niyo kwento ng buhay ko? Kami yung mag-asawa bata. Nung nag-asawa ako, 14 anos na. Mister ko, 19. Ang sabi ng anak, ano mararating ni Richelle? Second year high school lang ang natapos. Ano mararating ni Kuya Aga? Grade 5 lang. Ba't tayo ako sumama kay Kuya Aga? Taga-bundok, nag-uuling, nagtatagalang ng mga punong kahoy, yun lang ang buhay namin. Gumagawa ng sawali. Alam mo yung sawali, yung buho, parang kawayang maliliit yun. Ang bahay namin, sumama ako sa kanya, lupa, 4 na ipil-ipil lang ang aming tukod. Kugon, alam niyo yung kugon? Ang aming bahay, sakong Burma. Alam niyo yung sakong Burma? Makapal na sako yun, na brown. Pakasakit sa likod ng aming higaan. Kasi kinuha lang niya sa sapa. Yung karayan, bukol-bukol. Ang sinelas ko nung sumama ako sa kanya, put-put, hindi ako mabibig na sinelas. Kasi tinakwil nga ako ng magulang ko dahil sa galit Ang tatay ko po ay pulis. Pero siguro sa pagmamahal, diba? Yung number 1, pagmamahal. Nagsama kami, binayaan ako ng isang anak. 17 years old, may anak ako. Na ngayon na may kapapanganak lang, 2 na ako ko. Alam niyo po ba na, siguro po, alam niyo ang tao, lagi may pag-asa. Dinaanan namin lahat ng hirap sa buhay. Siguro nung nagtitinda kami ng matong, alam niyo yung matong, lagayan ng darak yun. Sa walyo, pasan-pasan niya ako ng basket na gawa sa West Tingting. Nahanakarin mo yun, 5 bayan. Hanggang maubos. Yun ang buhay namin. O nung araw mo, ubis na ubis. Sexy na nga ako nito eh. Kala niyo ba? Sexy na ako ngayon. Nung araw ko, makikita mo ako, 105 kilos ako. Lagi ako may hadhad. Eh, ang hanap buhay pa naman namin lakad ng lakad kung anong pwede itinda. Kahit pag-uwi ko, naku, may sugat yung singit ko. Kakas-kasan. Kaya alam niyo po, una sa lahat ang Panginoon talaga lahat. Kaya totoo yan. May answered prayer. Hanggang sa nakilala ko Enagic sa buhay ko, noong una sabi ko, paano ko makakabili 200,000 machine? Paano? Lord, kayo nang bala sa akin. May diabetes ako. Baka ito makatulong sa akin para humaba-haba pa yung buhay ko. Baka makatulong tubig na ito. Nasabi, Miracle Water. Eh, nung panahon na yun, 20 months to pay. SD gusto ko, nagsasalita eh. Kasi pipindutin ko yung beauty, water, beauty. Di ba? Pakayong daw ko, maganda ako. Alam mo ba itong bato ko na ito, napakakapal na, parang may libag yan. 5 layer. Oh, ito, may milasma ako dito. Oh. Hanggang sa naging waiter sa kalabang mister ko. Eh, ba may milasma, laging maasim. Titinda ako sa palengke hanggang sa dumating araw, titinda ko yung nandito, o yung punda, short, lalakad-lakad ako sa palengke. O tapos, mister ko, waiter sa club, ang kagandang kasama ng mga GR ko sa loob. Wala na akong magawa. Kasi, may trabaho na nga siya, natanggal na nga siya sa bundok, sa San Miguel, Bulacan eh. Social na ng konti, di ba? Nag-waiter na, mabango. Pag nabibigyan ng tip, o di doon kami umaasa sa tip. Kasi 100 ang gana niya, isang araw magdamag yun. 100, malaking pera naman yun. Tapos yung tip. Di nabuhay kami gano'n. Mahilig talaga ako sa pagtinda. Tinda ako ng tinda. Hanggang sa nakilala ko na ako sa buhay ko ito. Una po, supplement, sabon. Hanggang sa dumating sa buhay ko itong machine na ito. Abay, kung talagang mahal mo ko, iraraos mo, mangutang ka. Bili mo ako mo. Hanggang squat, kung pinarasan sa akin yan, hindi ko nakatulog eh. Sobra. Ang iisip ko, paano kung makukuha yung tandang? Kasi kaya kong bayaran yung monthly. Ay, 100 bahay lang pala, 4 na milyon kikitain eh. Ayun ang natatak sa isip ko noon. Kasi pag inisip mo 100, na ikaw mag-isa yun, going to 6A, mahirapan ka talaga. Eh sabi, grupo daw eh. Grupo daw. Di ba? Pag kumuha ka ng 10, may machine. Eh yung 10, tuturuan ko lang kumuha ng tig sa 10 din. Eh di 100. 10 yung 3 milyon, dapat na milyon. Napakadali. 10 to 10 lang naman eh. Hindi naman ikaw mag-isa yun. Yun yung isip ko. At saka yung pang-monthly, mababayaran ko. Importante pamilya ko, makainom ko nito. Yun ang pinaka-importante. Kasi sabi ng anak ko, ni-research mo ng Nanay, Barack Obama daw meron. Bill Gates daw meron. Ay, walang-lula ako. Sa kilo daw meron. Ay, Diyos ko, sabi ko gano'n, parang regalo tayo, mayaman niya, parang artista niya, pag naganyan tayo. Sabi ko, kasi inisip ko noon, bakit itong si Bill Gates, mayaman tao na, sa dami ng gumagawa ng ionizer machine, bakit ito napili niya? Enagic. Eh, di ibig sabihin, pinakamaganda sa lahat. Hindi ba? Di sabi, Chris Aquino, meron. Eh, di nakita ko yung pamphlets, pampaganda. Naku, may pag-asa na ako ko. May pag-asa na ako ko. Kasi excited ako. Di, talagang pagkagusto, may paraan. Totoo na yan. Pag ayaw mo, marami kayo dadailan. Eh gusto ko talaga. Walang requirement sa installment eh. Kailangan daw proof of billing. 8 buwang hugot ang kontador ko. Paano kung magkakaroon ng proof of billing? Eh, isa lang naman yung proof of billing namin, meron ko. Eh di, tawag ako sa apply. Pwede daw naman eh sa magulang, ganyan. Kukuha lang ng barangay certification. Eto, nawawala yung pagpagbiling ng Meralco yung nanay ko, hindi nagtatabi. O, di pwede naman pala kumuha sa Meralco ng statement. O, di check. Yan nga. Sabi, 2 ID daw. Iisa ang hindi ko. Hindi daw makakalabas sa masyo pag hindi daw kompleto requirements. O, takbo ako sa postal office nung araw, nakukuha din ng araw na yun. O, di 2 na, check. Sabi, check eh. Naku po, paano ako magkaka-check eh? Hindi naman ako negosyanteng tao. At hindi nga ako nagbabangko. Wala na ako ibabangko. Kaya namin just talagang pagkagusto. Di tawag. O, ate, baka may kaibigan ka, tulungan na akong hanapan ng bangko, ganun. Eh, di nahanapan ng bangko. AUB, Asia United Bank. Hindi niyo ba tatanong yung pinandang ko sa nanggaling? Pinangutang ko yun. 5% patubuan. 3 months to pay. Ha? 60,000 yun. Napaparte-parte ko na. Pati yung, yung filter nito sa labas. Yung 3. Hinaan ko na, pre-filter. Una pa nga alam ko, free. Kasi yung pre-filter eh. Pre-filter pala, iba pala spelling. Hindi pala free. R-E-E. Kaya pala, P-R-E pala. Bakit pala yan? Hindi nga, nakabit na. Grabe, nilulunod ko sarili ko sa tubig talaga. Eh, sa totoo lang, pag may diabetes kasi lagi uhaw. Alam niyo ba, ang ginawa sa akin yan? Sa loob ng 1 taon kalahati kong pagkakainom, tanggal yung ano ko eh. Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, ako yung sa sarili ko, yun, hindi ko naman yung sinasabi sa inyo. Siguro, lumakas ang inyong system ko. Kasi kakatawin nga daw ng tao, 70% tubig eh. Siguro na-detox ako. Eh, sabi ko nga, sexy na. O, 34 na bema ko ngayon. Ay naman, dati 52. 34 na lang ngayon. Nakakapag-dress na ako eh. Dati kasi hindi ko makita pa ako, parang bulbin. O, tayo sabi ng mister ko, lagi na daw ako mabango ngayon. Pinapaligo ko kasi ngayon, anesta na. Social na ako. Anesta? Oh, dati nagtitimba ako, kumukuha ko beauty water dyan, saka yung waste nito, iniipon ko. Yung huling banlaw ng paligo, yung sa waste. Eh, syempre, nag-dash-dash na eh. Syempre, may anesta lang ako. O, binitingay ko, mahusay yun. Napaka, sa balat, smooth. Malambot, pati yung buhok mo malambot. Hindi na kailangan matawag ko, conditioner. So, yun ang istorya ng buhay namin. Ito na ngayon ho, paano ko ginawa? Eh, ang problema ko lagi, pamasahe. Pamasahe. Siyempre, magdadala ka, araw sa Makati pa opisina. Nakagawa ako parang, makahanap ako 300, makadala ako isang guest. Bakit yung isang guest, pag nagustuhan, natutunan din niya, 6A mo yun na. Di ba? Ganun lang. Mangungutak pa masahe. Makarating dyan. Talagang, pag minsan sinasabi ko, pasensya ka na, guess kita, pero pwede ba, KKB muna tayo sa Jollibee. O, ngayon naman yung nagsasabing tapat. Di ba? O, hanggang sa marausan. Dahil mo. Noong una, hirap din mo, walang flyers pa dito noon. Eh, hindi nga marunong mag-i-English. Kaya kinuha ko yung ditunog eh. Para sa salita na natin. Tapos, may yung clear book. Clear book. Sinusundan na lang. Naku, aral ako ng aral. Basa ako ng basa. Pag meron akong dinaintindihan, tatanong ko sa anak ko. Kasi nag-aaral na anak ko noon. Nakatapos siya ng pharmacy. Gawa ng Enagic. Enagic yung pinapaaral na yan. Kasi nung pumasok ako dito, 4th year high school pa lang siya. O, nung nasa Enagic na ako, napakabaunan ko na siya ng pambaon ng pangkain. Sabi ko, masama ka dalawang kaibigan mo. Libre mo. Ganun nangyari sa akin sa Enagic. Hanggang sa, nakakatulong na. Awa ng Diyos, sabi ni Mr. Asato, yung team ko daw pinakamalakas sa Enagic Philippines. Kasi nakita ko kasi doon sa magazine. Nagulat nga ako eh. May magazine pala ako eh. Oo. Sa grupo na na-create, 7,000 na member. Oo. May active na 500. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng bibili magiging distributor. Oo. May 500 active na members yung Team Diamond. hanggang sa napakasaya at napakarami mo rin naman matutulungan eh. Totoo nga yung sinabi ang Enagic eh, health and wealth. Kasi natulungan yung pamilya ko sa health eh. Ano eh, nilahat talaga yung tubig. Gawin mo lang talagang tama yung pag-inom. Kasi baka may machine na kayo, idadalaw, 3 baso lang iniinom nyo araw-araw, tapos maghahanap ka naman ng pag-ginawahan. Talagang marami. At tamang inom, saka lagi sariwa dapat. Tapos yung marketing plan, aralin nyo. Aralin nyo. Kasi baka mamaya eh, trabaho kang trabaho, hindi mo naman naiintindihan yung 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Hindi mo naiintindihan kung paano dinudugtong. Aralin nyo lahat ng bagay. Hindi pa nga kayo, nakapagtapos kayo sa kolehiyo kung anong gusto nyo profesyon. Di ba, inaral na 1 taon? Ganun din sa Enagic. Inaaral din yan. Huwag kayo magsasawang umupo. Ako hindi nagsasawa pag may dadating bisita. Kailang akong pumupunta dito. Sabi ko kanina, magkaano ko, refresh. May ganun. Oo, laging ganun. Kahit alam mo na, kailangan, kasi marami ka pang matututunan. Lalo kay Sir Romi, palakpakan natin. Napakahusay na talagang speaker, marami bukod sa, alam mo ba ang pag-speaker? Ako, hindi mo naman ako mapapatayo na ganito eh. Galing sa puso, ang sasabihin mo. Huwag kang nagme-memorya. Basta kung ano yung nangyari sa buhay mo sa Enagic, kwento mo, huwag kang mahihiya. Ako hindi nahihiya. Diba? Nakita, sinasabi ko lahat ng buhay ko. Kasi may kanya-kanya tayong istorya. Istorya natin ang importante sa lahat. Paano mo nagampanan? Ang istorya ko, ito sa Enagic. Dito ako nagkaroon 3 sasakyan. May Pajero ko, may kotse akong binigay sa anak ko noong February. May, yung una ko ay Innova. O nung may bisikleta, wala ako. May sasakyan, di ba? O, para sa mga bata, yun, sa mga ako ko. O ngayon, bahay ko ay 2. So siya, may subdivision na ako. Ako, pinakamalaki bahay ko. Utang ko at doon na, papuntang Tagaytay. 16 million bahay ko doon. Yung bahay ko sa Bulacan, swimming pool ko yun. Di ako. Lumalit na swimming pool. Ngayon, mayabang kasi ako eh. Hindi, pinaghayabang ko na Enagic totoong may kumikita. Magpapinabata, nahirap, may pinag-aralan na wala, pantay-pantay sa Enagic. Wala na kayong hahanapin pang ibang kumpanya. Dumito kayo. At papalain tayo ng promay kapal. Alam mo bakit? Kasi tinutulong mo sa kapwa mo, hindi luko, hindi gastos. Ang tinutulong mo sa kanila, kahalagahan ng kalusugan ng buong pamilya. Hindi naka-investment sa kanila. Sabi nga hindi bahalin konti pera, basta malusog ang pamilya. Ito yan, napakahirap ang magkasakit. Una-una, yung pakiramdam na may sakit at buong pamilya mo, hirap, pangalawa, pera. Ang mga ospital mo ngayon, hindi biro. Yan na. Naunawaan mo pa. Kaya tayo papapalain ng Panginoon, i-share natin na i-share ito, magandang balita na ito. Pangalawa, gawin natin ng tama, magmahal tayo ng kapwa-tao natin dahil lahat naman mo nangangailangan. Di ba? Lahat nangangailangan. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. God bless po sa ating lahat. Lahat, mag-visit kayo po pastor. Amen.
Salamat. Congratulations and maraming salamat. Okay, bago ko po i-close, nakakuli tayo. Nandiyo ba yung asawa ko? Wala. Bumibili ng machine. Ano ba yung misis ko? Mali ka nga dito. Mahal ko. Ayun siya. Yan kami. Yan ang kapartner ko sa buhay. Gusto ko lang i-introduce. Yeah, we just celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary. Last year, tapos si Rose. Ilan taong ka na? 60. Ako po 63. Nung kinasal po kami, ano ko 22 siya, 18. 4th year high school po siya. Ako college. So maraming pong salamat. At thank you for coming. And alam ko maraming galing dito sa Hawaii. I'm sure sulit po yung pinamasahe nyo sa Hawaii para narinig niyo yung lahat ng narinig nyo ngayon dito. Thank you very much.